Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pinnacle Winter Series. We've just seen Heroic make it through to the grand final and now we're about to see who will face them. It's number 17 versus number 18 in the world. Denmark versus Bulgaria, Copenhagen Flames versus SKADE.
Arguably the closest of all the playoff games coming through here right now between these two teams, Trav. I mean, both of these squads have played so many Relog Cups as well. So it's kind of fitting that we've got them here in the semi-final of the last Relog Cup, right? This the final Pinnacle Winter Series, the last event of the circuit.
It is, and it's the last time for, the last opportunity for these teams to make LAN, of course. LAN, Sweet LAN is up for grabs if you do win the grand final. Of course, this is what these two teams are playing for now. Should be a close one, of course. Yesterday, we saw Heroic look in scary form against Apeks, absolutely blowing them out of the park, and they also overcame, as we said, ECSTATIC earlier on. There you go, you can see the bracket in front of your very eyes right now. So, whoever wins this match will have a task on their hands, but still, I would expect this game to be a bit closer than yesterday's.
I mean, I think both SKADE and Copenhagen Flames would fancy their chances against Heroic as underdogs, but it's definitely going to be a rough matchup. I'd rather be playing against an ECSTATIC or an Apeks for sure. Either way, big opportunity here for both of these teams just to make a bit of a mark. Both these teams have got very busy calendars at the moment as well. I think they've both been some strong form. SKADE have been on a winning streak ever since they made the changes, bringing obviously Bubble into the roster. It feels like he's taken a really good, he feels like he's doing such a good job as the IGL. I think that's what SKADE were desperately lacking once Ships had taken over that role. We never really saw him contributing as much in the fragging department, which is just vital. We never play like Ships. So I'm all in on the SKADE roster right now, man. And then, Trav, just to throw this at you, they've already reached the same ranking, or the highest ranking that the previous iteration of this roster reached. And they've only been together for what, like 2 to 3 months. So they're on your screens and they're looking really good.
That is very scary. Yeah, I think this is absolutely a chance for them to build up a run. And when I say build up a run, they're actually already doing it. They've had a 2-0 against Club Brugge, they've 2-0 Endpoint, they've 2-0 Eternal Fire, they've 2-0 Wisla Krakow, and they 2-1 Dignitas yesterday. They are on a run, and then basically, if you ignore 2 separate losses against SOAR in the ESL Challenger League, SKADE basically are in unstoppable form in the last week or so. So, yeah, as you know, Ships, Bubble, Dreamer, Denislav, and Rainraker. I mean, Ships, I've loved watching Ships. This guy is an absolute monster, and he can always pop off on any sort of situation. Love seeing him, the Mag 7 on Inferno, for example, always causing havoc. And, Copenhagen Flames might have a task on their hands today.
Oh, absolutely. The one name I just want to quickly touch on there is Rainwaker. He's one of the pillars of the SKADE team. He's been in there since the inception of this roster, since day number 1, and he's just he's survived all the changes because he's such a strong rifler, a core player to have in a team. Let's switch across to their opponents. It's Copenhagen Flames up next. Of course, the Danish team, who just made waves throughout the past 6 months, haven't they? Especially since they run at the major. Everybody perceives this team completely differently, and they went through a bit of a tough patch thereafter because everybody was studying them and actually, learning everything about them. They were going through a bit of a back and forth between teams. Of course, Complexity notably was the one org, but they've stayed here with Copenhagen Flames. It's Hooksy at the helm, Siphon, Roy, Yabi, and Nico Dodge, and when this team is on, they're a powerhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've known Nico for a very long time. It's incredible how far he's come, and this roster, as we said, done some great work. Look at all those names. They all look like Norse gods, don't they? And we'll have to see if they act like Norse gods in the server, because these guys, absolutely. Have had a great run in the end of last year, and of course they had that down period in the online CS sort of gap between the end of the major and the beginning of this year, and it was a bit of a struggle for them. But obviously there are a lot of reasons, behind the scenes, perhaps why that was happening. Of course, there were discussions about whether they'd move to a different organization, and stuff like that can weigh heavily on your mind. But they're back in Copenhagen Flames. They're staying on Copenhagen Flames, and they are looking a lot better as of late as well. We're going to be going into the veto. I'd expect to see 2 maps gone pretty quickly, which is Dust 2 and Vertigo. Neither of these teams like to play them that much, and there we go. Both gone. So let's see where we start. Nuke for Copenhagen Flames. Probably one of their best maps. Inferno for SKADE. Again, as I said, Ships on Inferno. Always great to watch. Let's see where we end up on Overpass. Okay.
So a bit of a change up from the previous time these two teams played against each other, which wasn't actually that long ago. Ancient was picked by SKADE on that occasion. This time they've decided to go with Inferno. Fair enough. I mean, listen, Inferno is a map that Copenhagen Flames are always happy to play on. Not really a map that they actually pick that often. And in fact, they haven't played the map in nearly a month, by the way, in any officials on HLTV. So I wonder if they're going to be a little bit rusty on the map. On the flip side, SKADE are looking lights out on Inferno. They're looking, so damn good on the map right now. As for Nuke, kind of want to flip the tables on that one. I feel like Copenhagen Flames are, quite comfortable favorites on that map coming into the series as well. Just a map that they've always been able to rely on. And, you know, for SKADE, it might be a bit of a chink in the armor as well. So I think this is actually a pretty balanced map.
Yeah, let's see how it pans out. I mean, for me, I'm going to take SKADE either 2-0 or 2-1 today. I'm actually not sure which one it will be, but I do really feel like SKADE are going to win one. They're on the bigger streak. They're on the better form. Copenhagen Flames are going to need to show up. We're going to need to see Roy, for example, you know, put up the big numbers today to have a chance, I feel like, and Nico to shine on the AWP. It looks like we're ready to go. And we're ready to get underway in our second semi-final. Let's get going, Hayes.
Oh man, Trav, I don't just get so excited to cast these games, man. Like a kid before Christmas. Here we are, pistol round underway. We got utility on the T side, a smoke already towards outside, and Ships is looking to contest right now. Good flashbang comes through, but Roy doesn't need his vision. He finds first blood.
Yeah, first kill coming through already, and they've got a bit of utility to work with still as well. And Jim has been tagged down too, gooshed by Yabi, and Zyphon will finish him off. Bubble from Heaven is a little bit blind to take Yabi down, and Dennis actually is close up toward Hearts with the dualies. I thought maybe that was a position that they wouldn't look for, but all the trade fraggers are coming in a very easy start for Copenhagen Flames. All the trades very quickly. Nico with 2 kills already alongside Zyphon, and that was very clean.
Yeah, very nice way to start the T side here for the team who have picked the map. You know, winning the pistol round is such a luxury on Nuke in particular, just because, you know, these T rounds can be a bit difficult to come by. Going to be a force back in response here from the CT side. Wonder why SKADE are, you know, struggle a little bit more on Nuke compared to some of the other maps. You know, maybe because they play it pretty regularly and they're competitive, but it just feels like they don't have as much success on this map and compared to the other maps. Maybe because they like to take fights, and you know, Nuke doesn't really give you that shot through the smoke. That doesn't really lend itself to that type of a play style. You know, a little bit more getting in your opponent's faces. You know, that's Ships' bread and butter, right?
Yeah, indeed, and you know, just in general lately, SKADE have played so much CS. So it's impressive that they've managed to keep up the consistency. As I said, the only really 2 losses that they've had in the last week or so, couple of weeks have been against Saw in that ESL Challenger League. So it's going to be aggressive play toward outside for Copenhagen Flames. We've got Zyphon pushing toward Hell. There's a couple of players here actually. One will go up toward the ladder and actually might get a teammate caught off. Rainmaker's looking for it and just about recovers. Okay, if that was more than a Mach 10, he would have been out of the round. Ships toward the stairs, and we saw him get a tasty 3k in this position the other day. What can he do from it this time? They're going to ignore him this time. They're going to completely exit that position and go back toward A.
Yeah, they double back. There's still 2 players towards the side, both Bubble and Dreamer, I believe, the 2 most recent additions to the team coming through. It's Bubble who takes the attention. A kill does come through in the end, but it's still going to be a 3 versus 3 as Copenhagen Flames take control of the bomb site itself. Retake underway. Was looking a bit dicey for the T side at one point, but it seems like they've regained control of the round.
Yeah, now with their sub only on the Scout, of course, and Ships on that Deagle. We all know what he can do on that Deagle, but not really in a position to use it anymore. And I'll probably just try and save the Deagle and the Scout into the next round. There's a Mach 10 on the floor there. I doubt that it'll change to that. There's no reason to when you've already got a Scout. Just keep that one on the ground. If it was an AK, of course, you'd switch. But yeah, Ship's just looking for an exit to possibly take a gun. He knows that there's a couple of rifles still on the server. In fact, there's 2 Grills and an AK. And they're going to be exiting this way as well. Can you get any exit flags? They're looking for him, though. Yeah, nice clear by Yabi. Clearing every single possibility. And they'll survive with 3 of their rifles alive. So that's a really good start for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, I was looking a little bit shaky at the start of the round there. You know, the tag came through the smoke there from Denny's Love's Scout, and then we had that kill as well, just to make it interesting from Rainmaker. But Copenhagen Flames still had a really good idea on how they wanted to finish off the round, and they get the important kills to secure side control. Just want to throw this one at you, Trav. Neither of these teams... Okay, wait. Let's go with this. Copenhagen Flames have never been in a final of any of these Relog Media Cups.
Okay.
Right? So winning this would be the first time they would be making it through to a final. SKADE have been in 1 final before and they finished in 2nd. That's why neither of these teams have qualified for land. Bubble gets the kill with the Zeus. Probably the only frag we'll see in the round here for the CT side. Nice quick cleanup comes immediately afterwards from the T side, but we love a Zeus kill.
We do. Very cheeky from Bubble. In the end, it's only with the 1 player loss, as you said, but yeah, that was very nice. It does take, obviously, a rifle out of their hands, and with the investment as little as that, it's always worth it. A reminder that you can scroll down and click all the panels below the stream to entertain our partners and have a look at all that stuff. All good stuff to be seen. You've got Extrafy, World of Esports, stream cards, etc. You can use the code, of course, the Extrafy code, Winter10 at checkout for 10% off. And they've all got some very nice quality stuff there for you to have a look at. Anyway, 3-0 Copenhagen Flames. They've got their perfect 3-0 start. Last time these 2 teams played was only about 10 or 11 days ago. And they did play Nuke. And SKADE won a 9-6 CT half. So that's going to be curious to see how different it will be today.
I mean, I think if you offered them 9 from here and you could just sort of simulate the half, they would take that. Based on the way that things have started, I think Copenhagen Flames are going to be hunting for more than 6 this time. Let's see how they go. Winning this gun round with them in a fantastic position. It's going to be a little bit of innovation to try and find that opening pick, or Nuke dodge you in for the free fire, just in case that there was an AWP holding that angle. But Siphon, I think he's got straight through, and you know what? He's actually been able to make it through as well.
Yeah, that smoke actually has helped him get through. That Molotov is going to force Denislav away as well. Good utility usage from Copenhagen Flames here, and a nice boost, of course. Rainwaker was just shoulder spotting the ramp angle. Nico looking for that position with that boost. Takes a shot as quickly as possible, but can't connect and falls back away. Rotations are coming though. SKADE do have players in position. Bubble will reposition toward the ramp on B now, and he's got Rainwaker in support. What did Copenhagen Flames decide to do with their ramp control here?
Well, they're just posting right now, maybe hoping SKADE or doubling back, considering that A side hit. Bubble actually starting to push forward for some information. That's going to cost him his life. There is still one player in towards this B site right now, so it's not like it's completely been forfeited. But, oh man, this patience from Copenhagen Flames is just netting them frag after frag. SKADE looking for information or losing their players left, right, and center. Now they're going to have to contest the site.
Yeah, so Rainwaker gets one kill towards Zyphon, trying to take control of the double doors. And there's still a lurk as well. Even Yabi just waiting for Dreamer to rotate toward B as that bomb goes down. He's just still sitting there looking at the vents, seeing if a player drops down those to rotate. But at this stage, and you have Denislav's AWP available as well, you're probably looking to save him there already. I think trying to fall away. Rainwaker can't really fall away at the moment. But he'll try to at some point in the next 10 seconds, I'd imagine. He's actually locked in. Look where Roy is. This is tough.
It's kind of weird with Copenhagen Flames. It feels like there's like 2 types of Copenhagen Flames in existence, right? And the one Copenhagen Flames is this like really strong team, the team that we saw at the major, the team that we've seen start off the game here, and the team that you see pretty often, I'd say, more often than not, where they're actually just like so damn well oiled, really patient, really composed, even when it's not looking like there's a game plan. Everybody knows exactly what's going on, particularly on the T side. There's full belief in the system. Sometimes though, they don't really look like they pitch up entirely on the server, right? Right now, it's looking like the former. Like, this is the Copenhagen Flames who mean business. They're looking incredibly composed, like their protocols are all in place, and they're just looking, you know, happy to be patient, which is a scary prospect right now for SKADE.
Yeah, patience is the name of the game a lot of the time. One thing I will just quickly bring up in that previous round is that Copenhagen Flames, they did manage to find Rainwaker as we saw, but actually lost Nico and another player to the bomb. So they actually only survived with 1 player alive in that previous round.
Yeah, good point.
So that's for the future money. That might be a bit scary, but have to try and counter first. Nice flash toward outside, but it doesn't stop Denislav, and look at this setup. Ships is pushed up close as well. Too much for Copenhagen Flames to deal with. That's a nice piece of aggression from SKADE to try and get their first round on the board here.
It's exactly what I was talking about, why I thought maybe SKADE wouldn't really enjoy playing on Nuke as much as they do other maps, and it's because of how they like to make these types of plays. Works out perfectly on this occasion towards outside. The AWP completely blind. Denislav hits the first shot, takes the bait away completely from the player underneath silo. Ships has found himself a second in the round. Finally a kill comes back for Yabi, but the job's been done, surely. Should be no way for Copenhagen Flames to win it from here, and there isn't. Yeah,
very good from SKADE. I like that piece of aggression, and then as soon as they got those 2 opening picks, they just sort of stalled. Right, they were comfortable with that. They knew they could win out the round after that, even though Yabi did creep through the smoke and get 1. It was the only one they managed to succeed with in that round, and you can see the Pinnacle match winner odds on your screen as well, sort of vaguely favouring Copenhagen Flames, but I would agree with it that it's a very 50-50 game, this one. A timeout's going to come in, and this is where losing those 2 players to the bomb, especially Nico's AWP, which they fully reinvested back into in the round after, it's a lot of money, $4,750, and it's proved to be just that, because look at that, Hooksy's on breaking point, Zyphon is broken, they can buy 3 AKs and the other 3, so you'd imagine they'll go for a full investment here, with Zyphon on a Tech 9 probably, and some utility, but it's at the same time, they're going to be broken after this, so...
Yeah, they'll have no money left afterwards. Trust Hooksy to go for the Galil to make sure he can afford full utility, the support player. I mean, he's like the absolute embodiment of a support player, as extreme as it gets when it comes to support, right? Just setting everybody up, throwing up all the utility, making sure that everybody is the most comfortable they could possibly be, sacrificing the most, essentially.
Indeed. I can obviously can only buy that Tech 9, as I mentioned. Molotovs will carpet the squeaky door in the main position. Again, they're being very patient here. Yep, he's creeping his way down the vents. Oh, he's not made his way down silently, though. And Ships was already there anyway to stop that from being a possibility. So, good find. He can now rotate around to Secret as well to double-check outside. He'll probably be spotting Roy on Silo in a second or two. There's the duel. You can see it from third person, and Ships wins that one, too. He's so aggressive and often so successful with these plays. Could even get more. Flash toward outside to help him out. There's a third. Maybe even looking for an A-series Ships. Gets double smuggled in the end, though. And Zyphon took down his support in Bubble. So, round still on. 2v3.
Ships was just loving the AK in that round. Finds himself 3 kills. That extra damage making a big difference in finding those frags as well. Dream has gone a bit of an excursion of his own. Circumvents these remaining Copenhagen Flames players. Drops the bomb carrier. And it means it's just Nico Dodge left remaining here in the 1 versus 3 clutch. But at this point, I mean, this is near impossible, just based on the positional control that he's got. SKADE closing in on him as well. And there we go, Rainmaker will finish off the round 4-2. The Bulgarian team beginning their campaign here now on Nuke. They're starting to build themselves into the game.
Yeah, and in come the pistols.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this is probably going to be a 4-3 unless something ridiculous happens. But yeah, great start. From SKADE on that CT, on their first really proper buy that they had on the CT side, and yeah, first 2 rounds in the row to them, trying to respond with a third as well. And yeah, with the pistols coming in, you'd expect them to do well here, and already they've built up a pretty decent bank on Deslav and Rainmaker, so you'd hope that if they win this round, you know, with 4 or 5 alive again, then we're looking at SKADE building up a bit of a streak. Ships once again in position toward outside to possibly get himself some of these ecos and build up even more numbers on his scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, they are giving him fights right now, aren't they? By going towards outside quite regularly. Ships is having quite the field there, whether he's towards Secret or whether he's towards outside. Either way, has the impact. He's got support from Denny's Love as well between the two of them, making sure that Copenhagen Flames aren't getting any control. Nice shot there from Zyphon. He's found a couple decent trades so far here in the game. Normally, the round's been a little bit too far gone before he's been able to have the impact. You know, he is one of the players that they like to try and keep alive in the round. They like to try and, you know, get him into the 3 versus 3s. You know, have him as one of the finishers type of thing because he's got really good aim, great mechanics.
Yep. Oh, across there was almost spot on there, it felt like, toward the AWP, but in the end, it is the AWP to finish off the round. Denislav gets Yabi, and that is the third confirmed. Now the buy can come in for Copenhagen Flames. What they don't want to do here is let SKADE keep building up this money, keep building up this streak. If they do, it'll make every T round progressively harder with the amount of utility that'll be bombarded with, of course, and the amount of change-ups that SKADE can continue to do to keep giving Copenhagen Flames a different look at the defense. So let's see what they'll provide with us this time. Already early smokes coming in. Early lurk smoke, of course, toward outside to let them cross toward red if they really want to. And there we go. Zyphon already peppered by that nade, as I said.
I'd say this is one of the really important rounds here in the first half when you just look at the grand scheme of things. If SKADE win this, they get it back to 4-4, no cash in the bank for the T side either. At that point, they'll feel like they're actually in control of proceedings. So I actually think this round's important for Copenhagen Flames to win if they want to keep themselves in the driver's seat here, try and maintain the momentum that they've got in the early stages. Going to be a bit of a fake towards the A side right now, coming through from 2 players. Lots of neutral raining in, trying to take the attention there. Then he's not peeks up for the information. He's not done with just the 1 kill. He wants to repeat and get more. He does find a second, nearly a third in the sequence as well. Roy gets the frag, but SKADE have still got everything that they need right now.
Yeah, and they know where Roy is too. Bubble heard all of those footsteps just creeping around the edge of the B site, behind the doors, and gets to Yabi, the perennial door player. We all know where he usually comes from, and yeah, Bubble's watching for it. Plays with the ladder, and actually wins that duel toward Bubble, which is pretty amusing, but it's still a 1 versus 3, and yeah, that was some great stuff from Denislav. Of course, when you get that opening pick towards Secret, it's a position where you'd always expect the retreat, right? If you're the AWPer, you'd always expect him to fall back and go back toward the position actually Rainmaker's in right now, like, you know, the vent or perhaps the stairs to play the headshot angle with the AWP again, but now he re-peeks for a second and actually almost gets the no-scope on the third. So yeah, he really took the round into his own hands there.
Absolutely. I mean, even the second kill was, you know, something I think a lot of AWPers would probably advise against, but that second kill was the round that the frag that pretty much buried the round.
Nico didn't expect it.
Yeah, his attention was still focused towards outside, and even once he had been traded at that point, he had already done his job. Scores level 4 all SKADE, showing some great fights in their opponent's map pick right now.
Yeah. As I said, the last time these two teams played was only, as I said, 10 or 11 days ago. When they did play Nuke, it was a 9-6 half to SKADE. Look at Ships. Oh, so clean on the anti-deagle bite toward outside. Could even get an anti-eco ace here.
Oh, mate.
Last player in Yabby up towards Silo. Go on,
Go
Ships.
on.
Oh, ruined. It's fine. Yabby will find satisfaction from that, won't he?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody loves shutting down somebody from getting their ace. Absolutely. But what a sick round coming through from Ships, man. He is just off the chains right now, having a complete free reign towards outside. And what a headache this is going to be for Copenhagen Flames as well, because Hooksy can't really call a strat here from spawn towards outside. It's not like they're getting any control for free. They're constantly being contested, so anytime they do try and make their way towards outside, they're going to have to be constantly ready to fight.
Indeed. And of course, we do have player cams available. Look at that beautiful computer that Yabby has there. That's a lovely setup. Look at Nico. Look at that. What a wonderful hairstyle he's got. Love that.
Mate, it's always been a fan.
Nice room, nice shelves. Not very organised, but still I like the shelves. Look at that. Now that's an organised shelf. That I've got to respect that. Everything's in the right order. Everything's straight.
That's the room of a 27-year-old, Trav.
You think you'd probably be spot on there.
And Hooksy's room hasn't changed since we saw him 6 months ago either.
Of course, yeah.
Alright, so back into the game we go. SKADE have got themselves the lead here. How far can they take it is the question.
That's the question. Finally an opening. Yeah, it's been a long time, I feel like. The last 4 rounds, or 5 rounds even, I don't think Copenhagen Flames have had themselves an entry at any point. So they finally got an opening now, thanks to Roy. Ships going super aggressive once again, trying to keep that sort of streak of aggression up. But they still need to find a way past Denislav in garage, holding that defensive angle. Can very easily get one. And look where Bubble is. He can easily just swing off it when they're all focused on the AWP. So Roy's stuck in that corner for now. He can't cross without the help of a smoker or flash. They've still got 3 Molotovs though.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I feel like they haven't had an opening pick in a while, Trav. So this needs to be the round in which they convert. 55 seconds left on the clock. Numbers towards outside. Options available. As you say, I mean, they've got the Molotovs, but Butel's not looking fantastic, and Denislav wants the information, gets a kill, and that's a rough one for Copenhagen Flames. We're just trying to slow proceedings down.
He's still convinced Roy's in there as well. I think he knows the information, but there's the flash. Perfectly played. Bubble gets 1, but can he get any more? It's a very even round at the moment. Both Roy and Bubble tagged down in a 3v3. Yabby's going to try and clear out the A side, but Dreamer's still here. Oh, that's a great entry, though. And Bubble still toward main. He's low HP. Surely Yabby wins this frag too. He does. Great stuff from Yabby. Entering toward A. We see it so often from him. Now it's all down to Rainwaker. He does get the first. He's been taken into 6 HP, and look where Hooksy is. Literally in hell, directly beneath him. And it will stare him down right in the ass cheeks to get a 5th round.
I mean, it's one way to get the job done. Was a vital round for Copenhagen Flames to win. Snaps the sequence of 5 coming through from SKADE, and yeah, stops them in their tracks. They do have more than enough money to buy up coming into this round and the round after this as well, even if they lose here. The Bulgarian team, that is. As for the Danish squad, can't really say the same. But I do still appreciate how they went about their business in the previous round after getting that opening pick. They still love just, passively posturing themselves and waiting, for sort of the next move to be made in the round. You gravitate in towards the executes. Not much time left remaining, but they knew they had the numbers.
Yeah, that was really well played. Yabby so reliable on those entries, and now look what SKADE are doing. They have the money to keep changing things up, and they're doing just that. We see this so often. A double push toward ramp with the AWP in support, and now he can just hold the line. They haven't made their way in toward lobby yet with a couple of their players. Hooksy, he's just going to cross the line, and there we go. And that is the bomb, I believe, as well. So that's a huge amount of information. Thankfully, they can swap off the Galil to the AK on Yabby. But yeah, I love that aggression from SKADE. Always having the insurance policy of a second player, but then they left the AWP there just to hold the angle, and Denislav looks like he wants to go in for more as well.
Yeah, Copenhagen Flames, the problem is they don't have anybody ahead of this angle right now, Trap, so they're going to have to cross Denislav to try and get back in towards lobby. They don't really have someone towards Hut or Ladder or Squeaky, so Denislav has actually just got them completely locked out right now, and once they do step, at least he gets the information. Yeah, no frag, that's fine, but he's got some good call to feed through to his teammates now. Bubble will get another kill in the round for his team, and it means that SKADE have just got such a perfect advantage to get back to winning ways. Frags left, right, and center, and Copenhagen Flames are just being whittled away.
This is a perfect setup for SKADE in this round. Just they're so focused on avoiding the AWP toward ramp that there are just so many angles that they're not, fully considering that they need to clear. And the deep garage angle, bubble and CT vent. There wasn't a Molotov for that, even though they have 2 look on Nico and Zyphon still. And unless Nico can somehow entry toward ramp, it's not going to happen. And yeah, Rainman's got the angle for both. You'd imagine. There it is. 2 more kills for him, up to 11, and that's SKADE back in the lead.
So late in the round when there's no time for the T side to work with and they have to just rush straight into a bomb site, off angles just become incredibly more powerful at that point because they're only going to check the obvious angles when they have to rush. So they're just going to be checking ramp. They're going to be hard clearing the corners, but their crosshair is definitely not going to be in place to try and deal with the player in the middle of nowhere at that point. So good round for SKADE to win, and they've economically reset Copenhagen Flames as well. So they can continue on their merry way here.
Indeed. In come the Tech 9s. We all know how dangerous these are, but the spray through the smoke does so much damage from ships. Goodness me, they were trying their best to get down the vents, but they're being peppered, and now Dreamer on the site will help out as well. Roy plummets down the ladder to his death. You'll be able to get a bomb plant, thanks to Yabi, but, 5v3 with no guns picked up. It should be an easy one here for SKADE. B is hard to retake, but even in a situation like this, you should favour at least them surviving with many players alive. And yeah, even the lurk of Hooks, he's still being looked for by Dreamer. That's hyper-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, he knows he's got the teammates to try and get the job done towards the B sides in the meantime while he covers that flank. And there we go, kills roll through for the CT side. Only Nico dodged left. Yes, he's gotten a kill, but there's just too many players. The numbers are too great for SKADE. A pretty good eco though if you think about it for Copenhagen Flames. 2 kills in a bomb plant, they'll take that. The problem, Trav, is that they were up 4-0 at one point, but this game is just completely turned into SKADE's favour.
Indeed. 7-5 for SKADE. Timeout coming in from Copenhagen Flames. Of course they can afford to buy in this round. They got loads of money. They most certainly got helped out by their bomb plant as well. And the loss bonus is built up to the maximum as well. So we need to see, probably, I would say probably one more round in this half. I think a 9-6 is completely doable. Of course, when I will repeat it again that, when SKADE last played Copenhagen Flames on this map, it was a 9-6 CT half to SKADE. And in the end, they did win that map 16-14. So, it was very close. That series was a 16-13, 16-14, I believe. So, these teams are very closely matched at the moment.
Yeah, that suggests that 5 would be enough to get overtime if history repeats itself. But SKADE are looking really good right now. All 5 of their individuals are looking at some good form, looking confident. Let's see how this gun round goes down.
Oh, look at
Bubble.
Bubble.
My God, Bubble. My goodness, he hasn't even been detected at all. Jabby's a dead
What?
man. Oh, he hears the footstep, but it's too late. It's too late.
Too little,
his
too
heart would have
late.
been in his mouth, yeah.
That's crazy. Bubble was the only one doing that as well. That's so unusual. Usually you see, a lobby crunch, and a lobby crunch usually involves a number of players, but Bubble just went on a solo adventure there. He's got the money to do so. Everyone on SKADE have the money to do so, and it's working out for them. And look at the timing that Roy's had. Oh, good recovery to still deal with ships. But look at the angles SKADE still have. They're so good for the CT side. Thankfully, Nico will somehow take down his fellow AWPer in Denislav. But they know there's a player locked into the back of garage there as well. Nico has control of the vents. Look where Bubble is. Again, looking for that one player. Hooks, he's desperate to try and take this duel, but the smoke will let the rifle escape of Rainwaker. Look at this standoff toward B as well right now. Nico versus Bubble, basically.
I'm actually wondering where Copenhagen Flames go from here. I think the A sites is actually the best option.
Yeah.
Nico could even try and come up the vent, and it looks like the bomb's going to be making its way back through T-spawn to join up with Zyphon, who's in Squeaky. Dreamer's the only player in contention or who can actually contest that A site right now. Rainmaker's towards CT spawn, and then you got to play in the B site. So gonna have to be a retake here for SKADE, and Dreamer might even get caught off guard here if his spidey senses don't start to tingle. 22 seconds left remaining. They're making their way through, still incredibly discreet and silent right now, and they actually drop down the vents. They've changed things up. It's the B site.
Nico has eventually found Bubble on that ring around the rosy play. 10 seconds to go though. Should be a chance. Nah, unlucky. Zyphon just checks the vents at exactly the right time. Dreamer goes down, and now Rainwaker in an unwinnable 1v3 nowhere near the site. Yeah, great work from Copenhagen Flames there. I felt like SKADE had a lot of advantageous angles and positions in that round. They had some crossfires. They had some situations, of course, with Denislav towards Secret again. Nico found him, and Nico finding Bubble basically was the key to this round in the end. If Bubble could have just kept undetected, that could have ruined the hopes of that B play.
Absolutely. I mean, he would have been able to completely foil it entirely, almost single-handedly there from on top of the catwalk. Yeah, I mean, a bit of a rough round for SKADE to lose, all things considered. The fact that they got that opening pick courtesy of Bubble as well, and Copenhagen Flames were down towards outside without much going for them, but they just won 2 quick gunfights, didn't they? Roy getting that gunfight in towards Garage, and then Nico dodge besting Denislav in secret as well. All of a sudden, that just turned the tables. It gave them the advantage in the round to completely slow the pace down, and SKADE just kind of weren't actually able to regain much control thereafter. 7-6.
Yep, very good round for Copenhagen Flames to win. Keeps them within touch on this half as well. The amount of T rounds you get, you'd hope, would continue to increase their chances as they go over to CT, of course. SKADE. What can they do on this one? Fast toward A. Yabby's got control of vents already. Will he go down the vents or will he go through the smoke? He's going through the smoke. A site is going to be the focal point in this one. And look at the entries. Yabby, so good. Almost a third. Dreamer does a great job to get 2. And Rainwaker's keeping this round alive. Hooksy stuck in the door position with the bomb. And Rainwaker's taking him as well. That's what I said. I knew for sure that the A site would be the way to go. But Hooksy was just sitting there still with the bomb. And Rainwaker's advance takes him out. It's all down to Xiphon. 1v2.
I mean, this round has just been on an absolute roller coaster throughout right now. It's advantage SKADE. Bait taken here by Rainwaker. That's going to allow Ships to walk through from T-spawn, and Xiphon initially checks it, but he doesn't ever expect Ships to step through from his left of screen. So I think that just gives Ships the ever so slight advantage. 8-6 SKADE somehow win one of the most unlikely rounds. I mean, Yabby's head is going to be in his hands after that one. I mean, what more can the lad do? Find 2 sick entries onto the A site like that, and they don't even get a bomb plant? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, look at it.
If you watch these highlights
and
I told you they lost the round, you wouldn't be.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, that second kill was glorious. In the end, Dreamer getting that second on the site to destroy Yabby's dreams was basically the way that round came back in their favour, because then Rainwaker just was so fast on that flank. If Hooksy gets that kill, it's a completely different picture in the round, but the amount of noise, the amount of hectic situations going on there made that one hard to hear and hard to deal with, and Hooksy once again will drop in the early stages of this one too. Ships towards secret again, does plenty of damage to Nico. He falls off of silo. It's being watched for though by Roy, and that's a really important trade.
Yeah, that's what you get with Ships, unfortunately. Sometimes when you have him on your team, he will make those types of plays. Often you see only kill feeds, just Ships, mowing players down, getting 3 kills or multi-frags. But this time, his overextension cost him his life. And with that, actually quite an important part of the map here for his team as well. That's why Denislav is getting aggressive with the AWP to try and get a frag back. Not only does he get a frag, he gets the information of the bomb as well. So this is a problem now for Copenhagen Flames. They actually had a man advantage in the round not too long ago.
Look at this standoff as well with the AWP versus... Oh, the edge of lobby, yeah. He's just creeping through. How has he done this? This is a Denislav only has 10 kills in this game. It's not like a huge amount. Sure, 10-6 is a good KD, but the position they've got themselves into now is going to be completely unexpected to Copenhagen Flames. Look at Roy. He's going toward heaven. That's also a good play. What a fascinating round this is. Denislav's repositioning is one of the best pieces of repositioning I've seen in a long time. And here we go. The bomb's still in vision. Nico can't afford to reface that on 18 HP. And Dreamer's here too. Roy on this big flank is just seeing nothing because of that. And now, surely, they're going to be concentrated on his position. Dreamer looks back to what he knows. 14 seconds to go. Roy drops down. Actually hasn't heard it. It will swing around in the end and find him. What a brilliant round that was from SKADE. I love everything I saw about that. And it's 9-6 again, just like last time.
As you say, Denislav, the particular hero in that round, the ball's on that player, on the man to rotate the way that he did, to actually just push forward and, reassume a completely different angle, meant that Copenhagen Flames had no idea of his whereabouts. SKADE was just some, supreme decision-making. They were down 4-0 at the start of the half. They actually won 9 of the last 11 rounds to rescue a 9-6 half. They've got themselves in the ascendancy here.
Indeed. Pistol round is now very important for Copenhagen Flames on this CT side. But I'm still, I'm looking forward to re-watching that round later because, the way Denislav just, he just crept through, right? Just literally silently was still scoped in, just managed to get his way from, lobby all the way down to the edge of ramp. And now, Nico with the P2000, how many kills can he get? Only 1. Ships trades it with the P250. Roy's got a P2000 as well, and he gets himself a headshot. Are they going to try and trade him? They are. They're going to try and dink him down, and they do just that. Dreamer takes him 3v3. Bomb in the open as well.
P250 needs to do a little bit more here towards outside, contesting these USPs. Copenhagen Flames are giving SKADE the fights right now. This is actually the design for the strategy coming out of the T-side pistol round, is look for these fights outside. Use the P250 to try and best them. In the meantime, I have actually taken some attention away from ramp right now, which is where Rainwake is making his way through. Little does he know, he's not actually being considered whatsoever, and actually the information is going to be fed through to his teammates. Yabi towards Secret at the big gunfight, he's going to lose that to Dreamer, and Rainwake is able to activate at the same time. 2 quick kills coming through for SKADE, and they've actually got themselves a huge advantage now, don't they?
Yep, it's all Hooksy 1v3. He knows when the bomb was dropped. He's only going up toward his position, but Rainwake, I think, actually even still clinging onto the ladder there with his shins, does still manage to get that frag. But that, I've got to say, SKADE, that was a brilliant way to recover that round. They decided, okay, let's not just throw this opportunity away here. The bomb's in the open. They have lines on it with long range. We can't really afford to face that. Let's play the long game. We've got a whole minute to play with. They went round toward ramp. They went round toward, checking the secret flank as well. Both those kills came in, made it a 3v1, and they did it as simply as that, rather than just taking that dry duel to try and recover the bomb. Rather than hurry. They didn't need to.
Oh man, talking about hurry, this is a change of pace coming through from SKADE right now. Rushing towards ramp, there's 2 players here. Nikodosh, I believe he's with Yabi, or it's actually Siphon. Desert Eagle's reigning supreme right now. Somehow Nikodosh has got 3. And with that, SKADE are left reeling. There's a quick flank that's going to be coming through as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there is. Already retaking ramp control. Hooksy's in the back line here. He should be able to get a frag for free. Denny's love. Oh, yeah, kill comes through. It's only bubble left remaining. How on earth does this happen? Kids, this is why you don't rush in your anti-eco/anti-force buy rounds.
People say, often it can be an idea to, rush ramp as a group rather than, trying maybe possibly gets, picked off one by one, which can often happen in those sort of rounds. But yeah, that was just a fantastic hold from Nico. Somehow,
oh my God.
Don't ask me how he got 3, but he did. And yeah, that was a surprising one, to say the least. In the end, Hooksy, I would say he would be considered slightly lucky that he got that kill toward ramp, considering he chose to drop off the railing rather than just walk round the edge of it. The mid-air accuracy of the Mac 10 coming back to save him there, thankfully. But yeah, that was the key factor to recover, to win the round, straight up, with Bubble quite disconnected from the action.
I mean, just in general, that's probably, just to talk a little bit more about it, that's a great example as to why you don't play so hyper-aggressive in your anti-eco and your anti-force buy rounds. You just leave yourself over to the potential of, losing your composure in and amongst the chaos. Those Desert Eagles just reign supreme. Nico Dodge just gets 3 quick kills, and all of a sudden the round has been turned on its head. By the book type of play is to just make sure you've got numbers work together so you can't get picked off. Probably looking to avoid the lobby crunch early on against the force buy, give them that space, retake it later on in the round, with force, probably keep your distance initially, look to punish aggressive players. They, like you say, there is that school of thought to get aggressive in your anti-eco and your anti-force buy rounds, but I'm not really a big fan for that reason. Yeah.
Rush on eco, I think, bad idea, yes. Smiley face is what Roy will be tweeting later.
Copenhagen Phalums. Let's go.
Exactly.
Look at the position. Who's this? It's Ships. Who else would it be? Oh my God.
He's so far up.
So far forward right now. Free kill.
Oh no. That's a shame.
And he's on the hero AK. He won't even get a single frag. Oh Roy.
That's a shame.
How have you gone and done him that dirty?
That was just sort of pure instinct as well. That was the thing that was most remarkable about that, right? Like Ships is so far up. He's got like this huge amount of control. He's probably, yelling to his teammates, wait, I could have an entry here. Don't show yourself. Let's get a 5v4. And yeah, Roy, just pure instincts, basically shoulder spotted that position while reloading. He just knows. That's the experience, right? Like, even if you think, okay, well, it's most likely clear, when you reload, don't ever take a full up duel. And, he just shoulder spotted it. Only took 1 bullet.
Just getting that information. I will say, I think Ships probably just should have stayed tucked into the corner for longer there. There was so much time left in the round. Bit of patience there. Probably could have gone a long way. I don't think Roy would have deep cleared the corner if he had been able to push his way towards the shipping container. So yeah, maybe could have tried to employ a bit more patience. Either way, SKADE have to eco, and Copenhagen Flames can reduce the deficit. They will, right? They have to reduce the deficit to just 1. It's Glocks and a flashbang.
Indeed. And there's only 1 player without a helmet. That's Hooksy. So that's the only one you need to worry about against the Glocks, really. All they're doing right now is waiting for the burst, talking about what to do next round, and trying to force Copenhagen Flames into deploying the majority of their utility. The 1 flash is about to be flown in by Denisov. He's priming it. Yeah, it's a good line for it. He's playing a very nice angle on CT vent, though. He knows that a pistol round is coming in, to not get overwhelmed.
There is a second player on the side here, Yabi as well. So there should be no problem at all for Copenhagen Flames to lock it down. There we go. Flash is good. Forces Hooksy back into the corner. But, I mean, actually, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful little adaptation there. Flashbang to blind the dead Van player. Drop down the Vans, look for the plant. But unfortunately, Ships, well, he says, guys, I'm going to cover our backs. Pulls the knife out and becomes a bit of a trap. But unfortunately, his teammates, they haven't completed their end of the bargain trap.
Ships being a little cheeky boy there on the vents there, just saying,
I mean, he knew he was dead, right?
Yeah, hi Yabby, I'm here. You can take me down. It's fine. Like, let's go next round. Yeah, that shame that that bomb plant didn't come through there. Zyphon with a really nice spray transfer. I know it's against Glocks, but both hit the head. It would have been a spray transfer if it was against rifles anyway, with both headshots coming in. Nice stuff.
Oh, 10-9. One round. That's all it is. And when you consider the fact Copenhagen Flames on the CT side of a map on which they're very comfortable and they've got good economical control as well, they're looking red hot right now to go on and regain the lead here. There's going to be aggression coming through from SKADE trying to get themselves down the vents. It's Rainmaker. He was so damn close. Hooksy completely blinded up, just holds down mouse button 1 and finds the frag.
Yeah, random stray bullet there, finishing off that kill for Hooksy. Now the play in towards Secret is getting absolutely destroyed by Roy on the Galil as well, of all things. Nico can then swing off the back of him. 10-all. Look at that. Just like that. In a split second, SKADE's first gun round on this T side is gone.
And that's a big problem. That's a scary statement coming through from Copenhagen Flames right there, just shutting it down with ease, because leveling up the scoreline and being on the CT side is just such a strong position for them to be in right now. Great kills coming through, and Roy had a goddamn Galil, by the way. So what's he going to do when he's got the M4? He picks up an AK in that sort of position. Oh man, Copenhagen Flames starting to flex their muscles a little bit here on the map now.
They are indeed. There's their pick, don't forget. Sure, SKADE have a pretty decent record on this map as well, which is why we know the series between these two teams is always so close. They're basically inseparable at the moment, even in the world rankings. I believe they're both number 17 and number 18, right next to each other, holding hands.
Absolutely. And 18th is the peak for the SKADE organization in World Counter-Strike, by the way.
Yeah.
Where they're ranked right now. It was also the peak of the previous roster that had, Kaluba, Duplicate, Spelin at one point as well, Oxygen at one point. Their peak was 18th. Oh. So they've already matched the peak of the previous team. I wonder how much higher they can go here with this this roster for SKADE.
Steve checking both of his angles and somehow just recovers for it. Oh, almost actually takes a third through the smoke, but Roy's got his back, and this economy being built up by Copenhagen Flames here is looking very, very good indeed. Look at this. We've got Hooksy and Zyphon already on quintuple digits. SKADE have had no progress really at all since that pistol round. It was a very, very nice pistol round. I loved what they did on it, but it's their only success on the T side at the moment.
Everybody contributing here for Copenhagen Flames as well. Everybody between 10 and 16 kills. Zyphon just lagging behind a little bit. Not too rough for anybody on the side of SKADE either, to be fair. You've got Bubble who's maybe just lagging behind. But either way, it is going to be another big gun round here. Feels like this is the round that SKADE have to win, right? On a normal map, on an Inferno or Mirage, I probably wouldn't put as much stock in it in the same scoreline. But here on Nuke, they can't let Copenhagen Flames get too far ahead on the CT side. And the Chips is going to look to make a play.
Chips is going to look to make a play. I've heard that one before. He's made his way all the way toward outside, and meanwhile, the A player's coming in. Look where Bubble is. He's directly below Yabby, but Yabby's just getting all the kills. Bubble finally finds him, and he's expecting a second player on that smoke, but little does he know, there's no one there. Ships is finally going to make his aggression work. Takes out the AWP of Nico. Really important find, but Roy should have his number, and Zyphon, even on the great angle that Deathknife is holding, Zyphon still gets the kill, and there's Roy finding that long position of Ships. Okay, bomb back in Bubble's possession. Probably can have a chance to get it planted if he can creep down the vents, but it is being looked for, I believe, from outside at the moment. There we go. There's the angle spotted. Roy holding the incredibly tight line to possibly look for that information. In the end, Bubble takes a little bit too long to finish off Roy, and that's when Hooksy can swing. Really good hold from Copenhagen Flames again, despite the chaos. 12-10.
Man, oh man, that felt like it was SKADE's round. I mean, the fact that Bubble was able to get underneath Yabby completely undetected was such a strong position, but unfortunately his teammates try to take the fight. I'm not sure why Rainmaker feels inclined to step out there and try and take the fight with the player who's on top of Silo. Surely Bubble's frantically calling at that point that they just need to hide and wait, and that he's in a great position to get the kill. He just needed an extra second.
Yeah, that was a weird
Yabby might have been taken down there without even finding a single kill. I mean, at least we saw a bit of a contest coming through in that round from SKADE, but they still lose the vital gunfights towards the end of the round, especially Zyphon, who pushed through there from ramp. We didn't catch that one, but he was able to get the kill. I'm not sure exactly who it was on top of the little catwalk platform in lobby. The fact that he won that gunfight was massive.
Might have been Rainwaker, I think.
I think it was Rainwaker. That's the name I wanted to say, so... fair enough. Either way, 12-10, Copenhagen Flames. They're in the driver's seat to take this map home.
That's a nice flex from Bubble, that, isn't it? All the medals on your wall in the background. The question is, can you get a medal for winning this map? It's going to be a tough one. Probably would deserve a medal if they come back from this position. They're once again on pistols. Copenhagen Flames with a great chance to reach 13 here. And yeah, despite the aggression and the antics there, but that quick A play with ships proving to be the distraction toward outside, it was in the end very well dealt with. Yabi, as you say, I was also surprised that he managed to get the kills that he did from the top of the site silo when Bubble was in such a good position on the back of the site already to insta-trade it. Should have been a 1-for-1, not a 2-for-1.
Let's see if SKADE can find any economical damage in this deco. Strong economy for the CT side right now. Everybody's sort of, what, like 6k plus at the bare minimum, 11k plus on Hooksy, so they're laughing all the way to the bank right now. Tables have turned on the map. SKADE do start to circumvent this B bomb site. The bomb is in close proximity as well, but there's also 2 players here for the CTs, and wonderful angle by Hooksy, gets the first, does damage to the second, and just no issue at all in maintaining full control. This
is really good. Really, really good from Copenhagen Flames right now. I would say that some of the things I've been most impressed with them in the past has been the explosiveness, right, of Yabi on the entries on the T side. I would say their T sides have been really good. I mean, they don't, you don't 16-3 nip. I think it was quite a few months ago now, but you don't 16-3 nip on a map like this, for no reason if you don't have the entries on T side. But the CT side today, at the moment, I've been extra impressed with. Sure, SKADE, it's a different type of opposition, but yeah, I've been extra impressed with the attention to detail and the crossfires held. They always have a second man over, right? There's no risks being taken, I feel like. The aggression is all calculated. It's very good. And one thing I will quickly say is that Pinnacle match winner rod has been stuck on 2.09 for SKADE for the last, I think, 10 rounds. So just FYI, that might not be currently accurate.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I think that Copenhagen Flames probably considered a bit more as favourites based on the scoreline they've got themselves. SKADE are going to have to win this gun round here, 13-10. It's completely slipped through their fingers. They had the lead, but that's history. And it does look like they're just going to try and take the tension towards outside and then hit the safe bomb side. This is actually a really nice basic fallback strat on T-side Nuke.
Yeah, let's see what they can do with it. They've laid...
Problem is CTs have the information, Trav. They peeked outside. They peeked behind the curtain.
They have Nico aggressive toward outside red. That's the exact kind of thing that could foil this play coming in. Nico's got his incendiary prime. As soon as the Molotov comes in, he'll throw one of his own, and in we go.
Oh my
It's going to be an absolutely wild situation. And look at that. Ship's destroyed by that Molotov. He's out of the round already before it even began. Entries to the A site coming in. Another Molotov finishes off Bubble somehow. Don't ask me how. 4v3, Dreamer in Hut. It's being heard by Yabi at the moment. He made a couple of shoulder peaks, which made some sound, and yeah, never going to expect that angle. It's now all down to Rainwaker and Dennis Dolly. Going to spin the angle with a flashbang. Beautiful stuff from Copenhagen Flames. Hooksy's flash gets the last 2 kills for his teammates, and it's 14-10, 2 away from map 1.
Ah, man, beautiful play from Copenhagen Flames, it must be said. They look to contest outside early on. They see the smokes coming through, but there's no follow-up players. They're thinking, all right, get ready for the gunfights, boys, but there's just no further presence at all. So they realize that has to be a complete fake towards outside. They just laid in that defense over towards A. Numbers stacked on numbers, and they get the kills. Fantastic util usage. You pointed out Nico had that Molly HE grenade combo lined up. He must have done 150 util damage in that round, and Copenhagen Flames almost make it look easy, man.
That was a beautiful hold. Beautiful hold indeed. And of course, the loss bonus has been built up now for SKADE. Flash toward outside. More flash assist. Roy getting set up for 2 kills. Could even make it 3.
Stop it, Roy.
Oh, it's had a bloodbath toward outside for Roy. So easy. Could even make it 4. No, Dennis Slav will stop it. But again, Copenhagen Flames just rolling over SKADE's T side here. Their only round has been that really well-played pistol. They found no gun rounds. They lost to the eco. Oh, it's not going well.
That's exactly what I was just going to refer back to here. You'd think if we had a chance to roll this back to the second round of the half where SKADE were ahead, 10-6, and we roll it back to that anti-eco / anti-force, you think they approach it differently, Trav, instead of just the full 5-man ramp rush?
The rush ramp, yeah. Well, I mean, as we all say, hindsight's 2020, but At the same time,
Just saying, they haven't won a round since then.
I would tend to agree with you, yeah. I would tend to
Yeah.
if you play that differently, maybe you have a 12-6 rather than a 10-7. And yeah,
Ooh.
it could be a completely different series. Nico takes his time, maybe thinking about a knife, but Rainmaker
Yeah, I
does
think
check
so.
the angle.
Had to go for the kill.
Dear.
15-10, Copenhagen Flames in a fantastic position. Roy just pretty much single-handedly won the round. I say single-handedly, you can't say that. There were two hands because there was a flashbang that came through there as well, which just assisted his cause in finding those frags. I love how he just goes for the re-peaks on the re-peaks as well. Feeling it right now. They've got so much momentum and confidence as they dominate the game. This is a flash comes through. Roy peeks out, gets the first. Second was clean. Watch the re-peak here. Into Dreamer. He wouldn't re-peak that if the score was 3-all. I tell you that much for free.
Yeah.
Or 14
situation.
Use that as the example, rather.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the situation for SKADE right now is sort of just really desperately looking to try and win these duels, and they got no utility in this round. Look at that. They just bought basically 5 AKs with barely any util. They've deployed it immediately. They have managed to get themselves an entry toward ramp after Nico's opening toward outside, but so 4v4. Actually, it's a lie. Jima has managed to take Nico as he tries to rotate. So now Roy, he's made noise. Denislav, I think, has heard that. It could have been a fake, though.
Fake, they dropped in towards into the shadow, I believe, yeah.
Ah, it's not a bad call. You're right. I think that's a good point. Possible bit of a fake there, but he will walk away now. Jima should catch the timing. No, Yabby's too quick for you. 20 kills for Yabby now, joining up Roy on that number of 24. They're both in the 20s now. Back into a 3v3, 50 seconds to go.
It's the zoom up. Yabby gets the kill. Does look like they're going to try and finish this towards the A side. Someone still has to collect the bomb. There's still time to work with, but Hooksy's in a fantastic position. As soon as Bubble steps out and exposes himself, it's a free frag. The question is, how patient can Hooksy be? How long does he hold this angle? Looks like he's hard set on it right now. Bubble's waiting for his teammates to start taking a bit of contact in towards A. He probably wants them to take the attention before he commits in towards Hell.
Just the one bullet needed. There we go. 3v2 for Copenhagen Flames now to finish off this map. Yabby toward door, Hooksy toward rafters. It's too much to deal with, and a very clean nuke from Copenhagen Flames. They were 10-6 behind. They won 10 rounds in a row after that forced by victory after the pistol win for SKADE. They look very happy about that one. Look at this. All the happy faces on screen. They're going up 1-0 into the second map, and we'll be back after a break to see how that one pans out. See you in a minute. Last time Copenhagen Flames played Inferno was IEM Katowice. They beat Gambit 16-13, but SKADE play this map a hell of a lot. Should be a hard one to call. Which way is it going, Hayes?
Oh man, I mean, I think Copenhagen Flames might be a little bit rusty on the map. Like you said, the last time they played it was on the big stage against the big team, against a tier 1 opponent. I think SKADE's recent form is going to be playing into their hands coming into this one.
Let's see how it pans out. SKADE should be taking this map. It is their pick for a reason. I'd be confident in them taking this to a decider, and then that's a fascinating one. Let's see how it pans. Dignitas has taken control of the apartments, and there's a couple of players here as well. There's a couple of flashes, in fact one flash only on bubble, and a smoke on ship, so they're getting ready perhaps to do a bit of an Apeks burst, and Zyphon will rotate around to try and stop that from happening. In comes a jump, can't hit the first few shots, and he's going to get peppered in the corner for sure. Surely he doesn't get away with one here. He's got one bullet left in the clip. Yeah, it's spammed down. Bomb plant should come through here.
Oh, very nice pistol round coming through from SKADE, just completely overwhelming the defense. You could see Zyphon wasn't even in position once they started to come out of apartments. The flashbang was really good. Looks like the CT side are going to have a crack at the retake, but without a kit here, it's pretty much mission impossible.
It is indeed. They have a smoke on Hooksy, but the only thing they can really do is, plonk that close and try and make their way past it, but where bubble is, should make it impenetrable. And look at ships. He just decided, okay, well, I'm just going to run all the way through the B site and try and catch you in the back. How's it going to work out? Dignitas with one, bubble with another. Ships might not even get in on any of the action. Gabby gets 2 kills, but that's all he can manage. Dreamer finishes him off, and that's the first pistol in SKADE's favour. Surely they won't rush ramp this time. Oh wait, good, they can't.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a few other options which I wouldn't completely discount them from attempting, but let's just hope that they've learned their lesson coming here into Inferno. And for anybody who doesn't know the inside joke, while they were ahead 10-6 on Nuke, they decided to rush ramp in their anti-force buy on their T-side round. They just got destroyed by Nico Dodge. They lost that round, and they never won a round after that. So this is actually their first round they've won since then, Trav. And a great way for them to begin their campaign on Inferno.
Yep, of course, force buy will come back in. We've got an MP9, we've got a couple of CZs, got a couple of Deagles as well. We all know that Copenhagen Flames are very good on these buys. We've seen it not just in this series, but in the past as well, catching off teams, possibly making their way through to that clean start, maybe a 2-0 or a 3-0. Control of mid coming in. We've already got Dignitas looking for that angle. 2 MAC-10s here. Zyphon will take a couple of pot shots, but they have control of pit now. And with the smoke up, we're already thinking probably about a save here for Copenhagen Flames, if I'm being honest. Yep, they got
it. Not a minus option at all, though. When you go for the force buy, something that we speak about sometimes on our casts. You go for the force buy after you lose the pistol on the CT side. Go for some sort of a gamble stack somewhere on the map, and if you find yourself on the wrong side of the map, you just commit to saving all of those guns. Use them in the next round when you eco, and you've essentially got a force buy in your eco. So that gives you a little bit more impetus, a little bit more firepower. As for SKADE, probably, doing a good job of dispelling all those memories, from Nuke, putting everything behind them, just getting up to this nice start here on Inferno. Indeed.
That's some of the nightmares removed, as you say. They won't be sitting up in the night in a cold sweat now after this one.
Oh,
they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. But yeah, full save coming in. Copenhagen Flames give themselves another chance on the force buy to possibly do some damage in the upcoming round, and SKADE will know that. SKADE will know if forces come in. There's no reason to full save on the CT side if you've only kept the USPs, right? So they'll know they still have the force in play, and they're going to be probably doubly careful about what to do on that one. Do they do the exact repeat player, popping toward Apeks and getting toward pit quickly with the smokes up? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm keen to see how Copenhagen Flames approaches. Looks like it's going to be a carbon copy of the previous round. Just going to be stacking up in towards Banana here, and towards, or maybe not necessarily contesting Banana itself, but at least numbers up towards B. Does look like SKADE have applied a lot more attention to detail in their anti-eco rounds here on Nuke compared to what we saw in Inferno.
Vice versa.
On Inferno compared to what we saw on Nuke. Yeah, bit of a reverse Uno card going on there, but we're all good.
All good indeed. And yeah, it should be curious to see if they can win this map comfortably, of course, because as you say, I mean, it is quite a big disparity in how many times this map's been played, right? As you say, Copenhagen Flames not played it since Katowice, where they had a pretty good showing on it, but SKADE have played it 24 times this year alone, and we're we're only 4 months in, so pretty impressive.
Not even.
Exactly. 3.5.
2.5.
Toward B. They're working in toward the stack. Chips. Let's get one. But then Jabby will swing with the MP9, and now they're going to be baited into the extra pistols. Do they continue to want to go here? Ships is 12 HP off the back of that. Jabby boosted up. Yeah, they're walking into the mixer. They may be taking a little bit too long to get these kills, but good answer back. Can they find the MP9 of Jabby? Oh, he does more damage. One extra bullet. Denislav in the smoke. They're both in toward pool now. Dreamer has crept in, and he's the full health player, so it looks like they've just about recovered this one now. It's going to be hard for Copenhagen Flames to retake 2v3, even if they get this kill. 22 health between the two players, and yeah, in comes Ships to deny that possibility. Zyphon, if you ever wanted a winnable clutch with a Deagle, this is it, but pretty impossible still with Dreamer so high HP, and spots the first player. Just have to try and hold an angle, and yeah, Dreamer plays it aggressively on the high health player, and that's 3-0 confirmed. Looked dangerous for a little while, but they managed to recover it.
I just want to know, like, how we're 4 months or even 3 months into the year. It's 2.5. This is like, you know, the meme. It's only Wednesday, Captain, when he's like sitting at the bar, looking incredibly frantic with the drink. I'm like, you're like, yeah, mate, we're 4 months into the year. You know, I'm feeling really worked. It's been a long one. It's like, no, I hate to break it to you, Captain. It's only 2.5 months in. But nah, fair enough. It's still been great. It's that kind of even makes it more crazy what you were pointing out, that they've played Inferno 24 times this year alone in 2.5 months. These guys have played the map so damn much. And they're showing it at the start here as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not like they started playing on January 1st, right? Like, I'm being a little bit too, extreme with my prediction there. But yeah, they've ever since, I can see the exact date actually. 24th of January, they played against GamerLegion and they won 16-5. Then the last one was only yesterday against Dignitas.
I mean, mate, that means it's actually, if it's the 24th of Jan, it's been less than 2 months that they've accumulated that number of games on Inferno. So it just gets crazier and crazier the more that you dig deeper. So
yeah, I mean, we've got a bit of a obviously plenty of results to look at, haven't we? We've got plenty of examples to see what SKADE like to play. And obviously, I can, when there's maybe another technical pause or an EK round coming in later, I'll get into a few more of those because some of them are pretty interesting. We've got some Molotov damage coming in early in on this one. Full buy coming in for Copenhagen Flames now. They need to get a handle hold of the CT side here, and Yabi will push aggressive toward Bernardo and take it with the smokes up.
Oh, it does look like he's going to have a contest. My god, Ships just walked straight into his crosshair. There's no second part of the setup here for Yabi, though. My goodness, the fact that he's able to find a second kill is just absolutely marvelous coming through there from Yabi. He was by himself, left to his own devices, tucked into the corner. 2 kills is great. Man advantage for the CT side as they look to try and open up their account here on Inferno.
Oh, that was a great aggression from Yabi. To get a second from that as well is unexpected, considering his position was known. And a lovely setup toward short as well at the moment. One player boosted up. Bubble won't expect that one, but he does actually flick up. Really good find, but of course Nico was the insurance policy and he should get both kills. He does. Drops the bomb as well. Now it's all down to Rainmaker. It's being looked for, this apartment's play. He's desperately trying to find Nico's AWP, but Roy has his teammates back, and it's 3-1 confirmed.
Yeah, I guess Nico is saying, Roy, all I need from you is to watch my back. Please make sure nobody comes out of apartments. I will hold down the line at lane, and that's exactly what he does. 2 fantastic kills there, up close and personal. I had to hit those shotgun shots as well. Oh, a $10 voucher there, by the way. Catch that. Who's got quick enough fingers?
Nice stuff. Of course, plenty of partners we've got involved this season. You can scroll down and click all the banners below the stream to get yourself involved with those, and plenty of codes, plenty of offers to get yourself involved with, and Xtrify of course have a 10% off code as well. Make sure you get to their website and use it at checkout to grab yourself some of their quality peripherals. We've got a headset each and they're both very comfortable indeed. Player cams of course in action in the semi-final stage, and we get to see how the players are currently feeling. Always very entertaining. Do you like playing in the dark, Hayes? Are you a playing in the dark kind of man?
Not even a little bit. I mean, never. My eyes just don't allow me to. They just start to burn and incinerate in water, and I feel like I can't see when I come out of the room.
If you want to look after your eyes, guys, play with the light on. That's the way to go.
Yeah, mate, that makes a big difference. Oh god, alright. Well, you know what? I can't see a case as we do see Hooksy get aggressive in towards Banana. Maybe there's a world in which, like, if you are a complete, like, you know, dark room player, imagine you're just like hyper focused on your screen. Like that's the only thing that exists at that point. You don't get distracted by anything in your peripheral vision, but it's not great for your eyes. So either way, probably not worth it. Yeah. It does look like it's got off a good start here. Yeah, get your eyes checked.
Indeed. I got my eyes checked literally yesterday before our quarterfinal, and they said they were very good, despite the fact I'm on the computer like 90% of my time in my life. So, listen, as long as you're careful and take the appropriate rest, you're going to be okay, guys.
What's it like? What's the distance you should be from your screen? Not Rob's. Definitely not Rob's distance.
Oh, timing! Look at this.
Yeah, Nico Dodge falls back here. Is going to be on the angle. Oh my god, he won't get the kill. Eddie's not lucky to be alive right now. Will be forced back. Gives SKADE options in the round here, though, doesn't it? There's still 50 seconds left, and it does look like they're going to bring that bomb up towards the AWP, but Denny's not. He's getting good audio cues, and he's not going to get baited into the trap either.
Yeah, Hooksy was just sort of sticking around there to cover his teammates back if a player crept through, but yeah, he doesn't expect Roy and Arch. Nico will aggress further, will catch Bubble, and now the round goes back into Copenhagen Flames' favour. Bomb drops in mid. They're going to try and pinch together. Rainmaker on the Deagle will swing into Nico, but Nico's getting all the kills right now. Doesn't steal the one away from Roy, but it doesn't matter. 2 rounds on the board for Copenhagen Flames, and that does break the T economy. So we're going to have an even game again.
I feel like SKADE just took a little bit too long to try and react to the fact that Denny's never gotten the kill there towards Archers.
Yeah.
I think that was the frag that should have set the round in motion. They all just kind of kept shift walking around, never really did too much after that. You know, it gave the CTs more opportunity to just reposition themselves and set up. Nico Dodge gets aggressive on lane, gets a really nice position. Roy comes into Archers, gets a kill, and all that hard work is gone.
Exactly, yeah. Once they got that 4v4 back, I didn't really see much plan, right? Didn't seem like they had any opportunity to maybe even get one. Hooksy will jump spot ships and see him on the half wall. In comes the guns and the utility and all the M4s and the MP9s doing so much damage. Siphon will watch toward the apartments as well and take down Rainmaker. Yeah, it was a weird one, right? I mean, they didn't have a full buy in that previous round SKADE with Rainmakers or with Dignitas AWP, sorry. So, yeah, it's always going to be a tough one, but still, I felt like I wanted to see a plan, but didn't look like they even had a plan.
Yeah, it's been an easy cleanup for the CT side so far. Hooksy would love to try and get in the act here with this MP9 as well. Maybe a chance for him. They're just sort of playing with Copenhagen Flames right now. Know that they can't do anything, but just having fun with it, I suppose. Is going to be a 3-all scoreline here.
In the end there, that's not too bad. I'm not sure if it was a thought process that they were actually going for there, but they avoid 2 kills on the MP9. They just let 1 kill come through. So, you know, it's a little bit less bonus money. Only $300, but every little helps in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. 3-all! What do the T side do now? What can they change up? Can they do something maybe a bit faster? Or not? Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, good question. How do SKADE go about business in this round? Doesn't look like they're going to be putting too many numbers in towards Banana, and in fact, it's going to be Nico Doge over on that side of the map who opens up. The molly's not effective for ships. It means that Nico's been able to peek out, didn't take any damage at all, and I think SKADE have to commit to the yeah, they just try contact, they walk straight through. Roy gets so much damage onto 2 players after finding the kill, but I would say it's advantage SKADE right now as they take control of the A site. Hooksy phases through the smoke as it fades, and with that, Denny's Law fades into the background of the round. Won't play any further role. 3 versus 2 retake.
Right, they got utility. They can make this happen easily, but of course we all know how hard it is to retake on either site on Inferno. Bubble is full health. What can you do with this one? They have smokes, they have nades, they have mollies. They're trying to clear out the site at the moment. Dreamer's only 32 HP. Hooksy and Nico both still have smokes, and now it's all down to Dreamer. Yeah, they cleared out nicely. As soon as Bubble, he was forced to try and help out there, of course, the high health player. He needed to peek first and maybe get 1 kill to recover it into a 2 versus 2. Couldn't make it happen, and then it was all down to Dreamer on that low HP, so good find.
I mean, I do love the strategy from SKADE, to be completely honest with you. Just walking in towards middle, taking contact like that with numbers and streaming into A. I would just think Hooksy is the hero. The fact that he gets that parting kill before they actually get around the corner means it's an even numbers game in the retake. And they make it, again, they just dominate on the retake. They come straight through in the 3 versus 3, get all the kills that they need. Find the defuse, and they string a 4th consecutive round together. SKADE going to be starting to feel the heat here. Remember, guys, they're down 1-0 here in the semi-final at the moment after losing out on Nuke 16-10. They were ahead 10-6 at one point. They lost 10 consecutive rounds. Lose here on Inferno, and they'll be eliminated from the event altogether.
Indeed. Of course, this is the 2nd semi-final. They're playing for a chance to face Heroic in the grand final. Will we get a Danish derby, perhaps? With Copenhagen Flames playing Heroic. That would be a fascinating one. That is, of course, coming up later on this evening. Siphon in position now toward Pit. In come the pistols, should have a number of frags on his plate, and it's an even 1 each so far for Copenhagen Flames. Big flank coming in from Yabi as well. Only Nika needs to get one now, and it's a team ace, but unfortunately, I don't think really he's going to be in position for that. But yeah, it's a clean one. And Hayes, correct me if I'm wrong, sure, SKADE have 3 rounds on the T side here. That's a total of 4 over 2 maps, which isn't great, but if I'm not mistaken, has any of them been there's been no gun round victories at all. Their 1 round on Nuke was on T side was a pistol. This one has been the pistol and 2 conversions, right? Has it been? Has everyone won gun round? Or
You're absolutely bang on the money. There has not been a single gun round won by SKADE yet in this series on the T side. That is. So it is a little bit disconcerting for their cause.
I thought they might have been one, like, because actually they won the first 3 and they recovered it. I'm actually right. God,
you're bang on the money. Yeah, it's
so bad. Rough. It's so rough. I'm surprised that I'm correct. That's the sort of stage we're at.
There were a lot of them in that first map as well, right? Like Copenhagen Flames had to win 10 consecutive rounds. That's a number of gun rounds involved there as well. We've seen a few here already on Inferno, at least 3. Okay, SKADE, that's a little bit of a precarious stat there Mr. Travis has pulled up for us to observe.
Worrying, for sure.
It does look like Copenhagen Flames are really feeling themselves here as well. They're not afraid to be making plays. These gun rounds. Should find the opening. Oh no, 2 players both caught with their nades out. Ship sees them both, but unfortunately, he's going to end up with blue balls. He's not able to find either of the kills. He goes down.
Yeah, you know how Immor on Eternal Fire is always the player given that, that right, that ability to just push up an auto and get the opening kills. It's Ships on the SKADE team, and it's what we expect from him to get those openings so often. But that time, as you say, had a chance to at least go 1 for 1, misses it. And again, Copenhagen Flames have a good start on a gun round.
SKADE going to be trying to make their way up towards A. There's still 55 seconds left, so they don't have to commit here. But I think Dignitas was spotted out there, so he knows he can't really stay up here and get too much done. Won't be catching the CT side of guard. Look at Roy. My goodness gracious me, but Dignitas does swing out wide. Oh, bit of a playmaker there, Mr. Roy, looking to get into his opponent's faces, and might actually have given SKADE a way back into the round. The question is where they're going to finish off here.
That was a nice play from Roy. Despite the fact he goes down with nothing, I don't disagree with that at all. Dignitas was just too smart for it on this occasion. So 4v4, they are going back toward B. There's 1 player to defend the B-bomb site. That is HooXi. He's got a quick-ish rotation from Yabi, and he will come back through now. But he helps his way through to help out. He does have a bit of a chance to spray through the smoke, but will he just go straight through? That's the question. HooXi will drop off the second oranges and get 2 kills. And in comes Yabi, gets 1 of his own as well. Oh, it's too good from Copenhagen Flames on gun rounds at the moment. HooXi even swings wide for his 3rd, and the IGL goes above and beyond.
I mean, this is the thing. When HooXi's fragging like this, Copenhagen Flames are just in another league altogether because he's not in this team to be contributing in the fragging department. What a fantastic sequence that was to lock down the B-bomb side. It was actually looking a little bit scary at one point there for Copenhagen Flames. I think SKADE had a really good read there to execute into B. CT smoke in position as well meant that they'd isolated HooXi, but he didn't care. Drops off of second oranges, swings out, gets the first, beautiful transfer on the second, and the 3rd kill was the most crisp of the lot. Copenhagen Flames continue to win the gun rounds.
Scary times. Yeah, I mean, when I discovered that statistic, that I sort of just racked my brain. It was like half a round where I was racking my brain. Okay, they only won 1 pistol. They only won that 1 round, which was the pistol. They've won the first 3. None of the first 3 rounds in a series tend to be gun rounds unless Copenhagen Flames full eco, which they didn't. So yeah, it's a rough one right now. 6 in a row for the Danish side. They're looking very solid today, especially on their CT halves. And of course, I'm not going to just say it's all SKADE's problem, right? Like, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, okay, well, SKADE are the reason for them not having any of these T gun rounds go in their favour. It's Copenhagen Flames as well. Their CT sides have been particularly solid today. It's absolutely forcing them into basically scraps at the moment.
I mean, the thing is that Copenhagen Flames are pretty much contesting them at every turn right now. Looking for fights left, right, and center. Not afraid to push. As you mentioned, Roy, making that play towards lane in the previous round. I think that's a good indication of the way Copenhagen Flames are feeling right now. As for SKADE, they've been able to get themselves in some close rounds as well. They found a couple opening picks, but their conversions have just been poor. Going to be a numbers in towards mid here on this eco. But there's a couple players here for Copenhagen Flames as well. So they're well poised to deal with the hit that's going to come through.
They are. And the thing is, right, even if SKADE do win a round like this, that's technically not a gun round either, so the stat might continue for a longer period of time. But look at Zyphon underneath Balak. Again, Roy boosted up. Does actually waste his entire clip, though. So, okay. They get themselves a 2 for 2 going through top mid. Nico in position. Does he swing wide? He does. That drops the bomb as well. Bubble drops that C4. Now Nico can retreat back into the site as well. A gun that can be recovered, but can they try and help out? Deal with the site, they can. Good frag from Dreamer, but yeah. Spray through the smoke from HooXi. Too much to handle. Can Dreamer clutch? 1v2.
I mean, it just feels like SKADE have got so little going their way right now. Even when they get the kill on Nico dodge just through the smoke, HooXi gets frag, and he won't even afford Dreamer the privilege of going for a plant for free at least. Steps up, that's a 10th kill there for the IGL on the map so far. A 7th round for Copenhagen Flames. At least it's damage for SKADE. You know, what we would dub an eco, essentially, just considering the fact they're going to come with the full buy here. You know, there was a few bits and pieces with their max round loss bonus, but still, at least they find some kills. It's not like it's done too much to the economy, though. There's still 3 players with 5 digits. I want my bank account to look like that in the USD.
Yeah, that's pretty scary stuff at the moment for SKADE. Full buy coming in again. They need to try and find a way to win one of them. And that is a unusually remarkable statistic that we've come across in this series. A hold toward mid. Roy is not checking his left, but now he does. Great fight. He can fall back with a 5v4 now. Can he get away? He doesn't need to. Nico's got his back. Roy had Nico's back earlier. Now Nico has Roy's back. That's the teamwork we want to see.
It's exactly what I'm referring to as well when I'm talking about Copenhagen Flames. They're starting to flex on their opponents. You know, not afraid to make these aggressive type plays, getting into their faces. And it's such a perfect option as well. When your opponent's struggling as much as SKADE are, you want to get in their faces. It looks like they will be forced in towards the B side, but there's still 3 players here for Copenhagen Flames, Trav.
Oh, no way. As if they have 3 players there. That's because of Zyphon's position. Look, he's just got full information on mid. Of course, he can be stopped by Dreamer here. Does he check the balcony? Looks like he's going to. Good find. Okay, there could be a path into the round now with all 3 players of Copenhagen Flames rotating round toward B. Little does Dreamer know the site's open. I don't think they saw the extra 2 players.
Look at the quick flank.
HooXi's just holding W. They're both holding W. It's impossible to deal with. Another bomb's dropped in mid. Dreamer has to clutch again. Copenhagen Flames are so confident right now.
Wait, but I'm so confused. Why was he walking? Why was Dignitas walking? Why would he even be concerned that there was somebody towards the left side of middle? Because if you think about Siphon's position in apartments, when Dreamer kills him holding that angle, you almost always, you want to guarantee like there's no one else on A, because Copenhagen Flames would have been relying on that player's information. So surely you would expect mid to be open at that point.
It's a good point. I mean, I was also surprised they just didn't you know, take control of the A site as quickly as possible. But maybe they only saw 2 toward B. Maybe the comms were like, okay, we've seen 2. Maybe we didn't see a 3rd, and that could possibly be the reason. Okay, a bit of revenge there. The Deagle just swings wide toward Nico and absolutely destroys him. Denislav takes that kill. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a little bit of a weird one. And now can they somehow find a way to win a Deagle round? They need it at this stage. 8-3, 8 in a row. Copenhagen Flames. Roy's trying to deny the AWP being recovered, but Chips is very cheekily stolen it away. And look at Dreamer just going up on his own, and there's the pinch from apartments, of course. What did I say? Who needs a gun round? They've got a 5v2 with Deagles.
Oh my god, well, they're going to win the round here, but it's not going to be a gun round. We had to tell you how they're going to win the round. HooXi's not dead. He hasn't died for a while. 13 kills so far. 2 versus 3. An AWP and M4. No armor on that AWP either. Where's the second player? It's Yabby. He needs to come through here. He's got a smoke grenade to work with as well. HooXi's starting to clear out the angles as he makes his way forward. Bubbles just tucked him behind the box. Good kill there from Rainwaker. Now it's just Yabby left remaining. This should be near impossible. Gets the first, looks for the miraculous transfer, but Bubble's able to avoid it. Can't avoid the second follow-up though. Still a smoke in play. He can stick the defuse. It's exactly what he's going to do. Denislav has an AWP. This is worst case scenario. He has to hit the magic shot. Deagle comes up, but the defuse is completed. He does complete the defuse. SKADE lose the 2 versus 5, and it's a calamity.
Oh, calamity doesn't even begin to describe it. Oh my goodness, if anything, if it never rains but it pours for SKADE. That is nightmarish. HooXi, look at these 2 kills. Again, HooXi's up to 13 kills in this game, by the way. He's having an absolute banger of a series as the IGL at the moment. Yabby, incredible second shot to take down the player on the headshot angle, and then can just hold the defuse. He realizes that perhaps with that AWP being recovered, it is been swapped over, or it has been swapped over to Denislav, and yeah, that is nightmarish. That is nightmarish, absolutely. SKADE still yet to win a gun round on the T side. 9 in a row for Copenhagen Flames.
Not like that one would have counted, to be fair.
I know,
I mean,
but
that was an eco. So I would have kept that stat. I want that one, man. I'm riding that one right now. It's kind of rough for SKADE, though, to be fair. Does look like they've been able to get themselves up towards mid and apartments. You know, they completely caught Copenhagen Flames off guard on that A site in the previous round when they burst with those deagles. The CT side was so focused on, you know, trying to get that off back that they had completely discounted all apps. So now it does look like it's going to be attention towards archers, and Bubble finds the opening pick.
He does, taking matters into his own hands here. I think he's aware that HooXi is rotating in and trying to make it way toward a B split, but Bubble needs this kill to make it happen. He's just avoided HooXi. Was a shadow spotted? I'm not sure. It's going to be very hard to tell. He's a very low HP, and there HooXi switches round. He's even got support as well. HooXi gets another kill. They're trying everything, SKADE. They're literally doing every single option available to them, but nothing is working. And in the end, HooXi's flash assist takes Nico's kill as well. Oh my goodness. Copenhagen Flames' teamwork on the CT sides today has been absolutely impenetrable.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I mean, their defense has just been out of this world. Their synergy, their cohesion, their protocols, their aggression, their rotations, their reads. Everything has just been on point coming through from this team. 2 opportunities left here for SKADE, but it feels like 10 rounds is already more than enough for Copenhagen Flames here on the CT side. You know, they're stoked with 10 rounds on the half. Especially on a map like Inferno going into the T side next.
Yeah, it's so painful. Yabi, what a hero he was. Bubble now naded down to 3 HP. They can just swing on him somehow. Yabi actually doesn't get that kill, and Bubble's still alive. Don't ask me how. But HooXi once again trades it. Now 16-4 for him on the CT side. What more can he do? Trying to resmoke Banana, does whiff it to begin with, but he still takes ships. Oh my goodness. You can't face this guy. What's gotten into him? He's not the man that's supposed to be hard fragging.
He is in just lights out form right now. Just winning every gunfight, mate. He's got the Midas touch, as it were. Everything he touches turns to gold. It's a 2 versus 4. No chance for SKADE, I don't think. I mean, then is Love and Dreamer left remaining to try and make something happen. Looks like the AWP is going to try and take some contact towards A, you know, try and pull a rotation. Maybe give Dreamer a crack at a 1v3 at B or something like that. But, oh god, it's tough to try and find positives here for SKADE. Again, they've lost 10 consecutive rounds up to this point, and it's about to be an 11th.
Yeah, it was 10-6 SKADE on Nuke. It's now... that was 10 in a row to win the map. 16, 10, and yeah. It's looking like to be 11 now for Copenhagen Flames. Just Dreamer left, looking to try and clutch. Does get the first. Should expect a second. We're looking for that trade, and in it comes. HooXi again, it's a headshot.
He stood no chance. It was HooXi all along.
HooXi's unfaceable. He's 18-4, HooXi.
I need to know his headshot percentage as well, by the way, because it feels like so many of these kills have been headshots.
That's actually a really good point. I was thinking the same thing.
Chef to put up the scoreboard. Are we allowed to do that? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'd love to know.
Shout out to Chef, our observer, doing a fantastic job catching all the action, and of course Viper, our producer, pushing the buttons. Always good to have the team, you know, the squad together to put the best possible show on for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the semi-final. Going to be more aggression from Nico Dodge in towards middle, but he's going to miss his shot. Finally, first blood goes the way of SKADE.
Are they going to try and pounce? No, that's the question. Roy will Molotov it, and they're going to try and flash their way in. Roy, almost gets a double spray down. He's done enough, though, you would think, to get 1 and plenty of damage. 3v4. Can it be an 11-4, or will it be a 12-3? SKADE are desperate for that 4th on the T side. They really, really need it. If they go towards CT with an 11-4, you never know. They still have a chance with a map they've played so much recently. Look at HooXi. He's in position. Does miss the angle. Just swings, though, and actually almost gets 2 again. HooXi just doesn't give a damn. Denislav will face CT, though. They don't have a smoke for CT, so that's fine. Finally, in a gun round, for the first time in, 1.5 maps, SKADE have a 3v1. Yeah, SKADE have a 3v1, and finally a 3v0. They've won a gun round. They've won a gun round in this series. SKADE get their 4th on T side.
Yeah, their first gun round on the T side in the series.
Of course, yeah.
To point out, I mean, it would be very rough as their first gun round in the entire
overall,
series,
yeah.
But it still doesn't, paint a much better picture. Otherwise, it's 11-4. Copenhagen Flames in complete control right now. Yeah, just so many blue dots all in a row. As the CT side were just way too strong, and SKADE are going to have to try and display some strength of their own on the CT side. There's no kits, there's no utility. They're relying on winning their gunfights, and that hasn't boded too well for them so far here in the series. Look at the numbers.
Copenhagen Flames
Look at the
decide to
numbers,
do.
Watson.
Oh, look at this bait setup. I love this. It's a ball toward top banana. How many kills are going to come through here? So many. Roy gets all 3. All 4, maybe? No, he's out of bullets. They're going to chase him down, though. Nico helps out. And just the numbers game. Both spots. That was like a hard read from SKADE there. The Copenhagen Flames maybe just like to rush B. They put 4 players there. And they got eaten up by Roy. Of course they did.
Oh, the numbers. What do they mean? The Black Ops 1 reference, if you know, you know. Dreamer, well, he doesn't know where anybody is right now. Nice first tap there to get rid of Roy, but still so much work to be done. No kid either means he's working against the clock as well, but he's doing a really good job of forcing the issue on the frags. It's Hooksy left remaining. Dreamer's going to tap the defuse. He wants to force Hooksy out into the open. He starts to pry his way forward. Now he forces the fight, but Hooksy wisely makes his way back. Even though he's feeling it and he's doing so well in the gunfights, he knows that he wins the round if he just falls back, and he wins the gunfight as well. Hooksy's unstoppable, and Copenhagen Flames are on a one-way march to victory.
Hooksy, big brain, and also big aim at the moment. Looking fantastic. I was incredibly fortunate to cast Copenhagen Flames match against Fiend. You may remember the Fiend roster. I think Bubble was on that team. And that was the match that I think it was IEM Fall, which was the official qualification match. Whoever won that game would have made the major. And that was an incredible Inferno as well. They broke the hopes and dreams there of a whole nation, basically, destroying Fiend in an incredible series to make it through to the major. I was, as I said, very fortunate to cast that one. And now they're doing the same again. This time, destroying the dreams of SKADE, trying to make a grand final. Oh, boy. Copenhagen Flames calling a timeout after that victory as well in that pistol round. Maybe just try and rub salt into the wound. Who knows?
Maybe have a quick bathroom break. We'll cycle through the player cams as we're about to get back into the game here. But it's Copenhagen Flames who are just in such a good position right now. And I did speak about it at the start of the series where it sometimes feels like you get 2 different types of this Copenhagen Flames team. And this is the best looking version that they could possibly put out right now. I mean, this is the 18th best team in the world. They're playing up against Trav and they're just making it look easy as they just steamroll and speed run the semi-final. They want to book themselves a Danish derby up against Heroic, and they're getting themselves that one-way ticket.
Oh my goodness, the numbers game up toward mid. Absolutely ignoring the boiler player basically until Roy switches around. Zyphon's just tapping away, trying to find the headshot angle of Denislav, and they're actually trying walking into the mixer here. It's going to be hard to deal with. Eventually, it's switched back into 1v2 for Nico here. So SKADE have recovered. Bombs in the open. Ships and Dreamer are both healthy. Nico is only 62 HP. Probably still 2 Deagle shots away, but he's got a whole minute to work with to figure out this 1v2.
He also knows where both of the players are located, by the way. That player towards Arch just gave his position away with the HE. I don't know if Nico actually had the info. I don't think he did. Maybe it's a bit of a bait, though, that's coming through from that player, because now he's immediately rotated towards lane, looking to catch Nico. Dodge off shots, walking his way forward. Oh, no, misses the shots, gives his position away. Nico with the chance,
there
but no. Ships takes him down. SKADE win a vital 4-spy round to keep themselves in the conversation here on Inferno.
Yeah, that was nice, of course, as well. Ship's actually managing to find that Mac 10, so he doesn't just have to try, spam with the Deagle. It's a bit more reliable to just run in with the Mac 10 than it is to run in with the Deagle, so that helps out in the end. It helps out his confidence to go for that push with his teammate. So yeah, they find Nico in the end. The fast play, even though they got the entry towards short, Roy spamming through that smoke when he saw those Deagle bullets trying to follow him. Getting that opening wasn't enough in the end. And now the 4-spy battles will commence. Copenhagen Flames on the Deagles and pistols of their own.
I mean, it would just be a devastating blow to SKADE's chances here in the semi-final if they were to win this 4-spy. I'm going to go for the silent boost here into apartments, giving as little information away as possible. They're very limited on utility, though, just 2 smokes and the 1 flash, so I guess an Apeks burst is a good option. Might look to come out of boiler here as well. Let's see how they go about business.
Nice setup in mid, though. We've got 2... Okay. Yeah. It's not a nice setup in mid. There were 3 players here. I was thinking, everything's going to be okay. And Yabby has just taken 2 headshots with the Tech 9, picked up the AK, and taken a 3rd as well. Bomb still dropped, though. They're going to try and recover it. And Dennis's trying to stop it. They're not going to stop it, though. Bubble trades it. Oh, he gets it! I thought Yabby was going to swing for his 4K in the insta-trade, but no. Bubble keeps the game alive. Okay. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame Yabby for doing that. I thought that was a good option for Yabby to go for that repeat, but Bubble was ready for it. He gets the transfer, gets the 2nd kill, completes the 1v2. I mean, Yabby with those 2 kills with the Take 9, I thought the round was over. We were so hyped up on that, we didn't even get to, cover the fact that Denislav got 2 sick kills through the smoke in return. That was the only reason SKADE still had a chance there. That was an immediate double kill through the smoke.
Yeah, and the fact that Bubble was there on the insta-rotate as well, sealing the round with those 2 last kills. Bomb dropped, of course, thanks to that Denislav play. That was so important. And because of the damage done, Copenhagen Flames, rather than fully ecoing like you would expect, are going to fully force buy again. They know the level of the SKADE economy. They know the success they had in the previous round with just a similar buy to this. So why not try again? Why not try again when your opponents are on breaking point still?
Yeah. Especially when you got so much breathing room, mate. You got so much room to play with here. You want to try and keep as much pressure on your opponents as you possibly can. And that round loss bonus is going to start to come through here for the T side as well. So even if they're getting bomb plants, they'll be able to continue with these force buys. Let's see what the plan is this time. It looks like they're going to be testing these players over on the B side of the map. Good util usage initially to blind them up and force them back.
Yeah, they're actually taking no risks, SKADE. They might be... I'm not sure if they're 100% aware just yet whether Copenhagen Flames have forced or not, but now they're going to find out. Ships gets one, only one. Yabby with the Mac 10 again, entries, and look at the flashes coming in. Bubble's struggling at the moment. He's going to be pushed down by this Mac 10 of Yabby. He has no idea he's being pushed up close, but he recovers. He recovers beautifully. Look at the time he's wasting. Bubbles has done an absolutely brilliant job there. Despite the fact the site's been taken, he's wasted the clock down beautifully, and look where Roy is.
I mean, they needed to try and buy as much time as they can, but unfortunately, Denislav says no. As that CT smoke fades, he steps forward, he gets 2 quick kills, and now they immediately start to consider the flank. So, unfortunately, Roy not going to be able to have any impact here. Okay, does get himself a kill, takes damage in the process. Oh my god, that second frag is ridiculous. The Tech 9s and Copenhagen Flames players. What on earth is going on between these two? It's a match made in heaven.
Do they force again? Do they force again? They again. Roy's again. Like,
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, because like they're doing it.
Yes, they do. Okay.
Of course they do. Like Roy, if he doesn't get 2 kills, if he only gets 1 kill, then they're not going to force buy here. The fact he gets 2. It means that again, just 1 player left alive. Full reinvestment has to come in. That's why you force.
Yeah. You're right, it's a good point. I mean, I only saw you got that second kill because of the kill feed. I didn't even really see that on my screen, to be honest with you.
So fast.
I don't even know if he did. Quick jiggle peek 1-tap is going to be aggression towards Banana. CT side needs to be careful. Flash is good. Yabby, oh, he's going to get them completely blinded. They set him up with absolute perfection. Follow-up flash is good. Shifts is forced back. There's support here for Yabby as well. Means he'll be traded out. There's damage done, but it's a man advantage for the T side.
This is the wild counter-strike coming in now, and I bloody love it. Look what Rainmaker's doing. He's sitting in the smoke. Look at the spam through the smoke. Look at Hooksy's health. Look at Nico's health. Look at Roy's health. They're all in the red. In we go. Are they going to flash in? No, they're not. They're taking their time. They actually don't have any utility. That's problematic. Dreamer has a smoke and a kit.
Problem is, Trav, you only play a full health for Copenhagen Flames on the flank, but they're going for the save. Okay, Siphon, let's see how many he can get here with the Desert Eagle. If he can tuck in towards Archers, that would be really nice. No, he's going to stay out in the open at range. Fantastic shot to take down Dreamer, and that's all the information that they're going for the save here as well. Siphon at range, doesn't even need to commit to the flank. He just holds down the angle. Gets 2 kills, and that is just such a headache multi-kill for SKADE, Trav. If they save 3 rifles there, it's not really the end of the world. But those 2 kills pretty much just, you know, shut them out here. I don't know if they can come back from this. 13-7, no money. They're going to have to force back here, right?
That's why you continue to force buy. That is just why you continue to force buy there. If you're Copenhagen Flames. They knew they could break that economy and put them to double eco.
I'm just too conservative, man. That's the thing. Great. That's why they've been so successful. It's Hooksy's calling style, right? He loves this like free-flowing calling style, giving players room, capitalizing on the momentum, seizing the moment. Not really getting caught, you know, stuck in your old ways and caught in the textbook kind of thing.
I mean, like Zyphon was only what 6 and 12. Like his teammates have just been absolutely doing all the jobs for him in this half so far, on this map so far, and he gets those 2 Deagle frags. They're so impactful. It only means 1 rifle is saved, 3 Deagles and a scout to surround it. There are 4 toward B right now. Just the 1 player defending toward A. That is Denislav.
Oh my word. Problem is, this is like a SKADE force buy for the map. Because if they lose this round, it's just force buys left remaining. That's all that they've got to try and fight with. Because 14-7, if they lose this, they're not going to go for an eco in the next round if they forced in this. I'll tell you that much for free. So that's, you know, points in cases. They're not going to have the luxury of taking any more ecos or going for any more gun rounds if they lose this force. And I'm pretty sure it's tickets at that point. If it isn't already, going to be a push in towards a completely vacant A site here. Then he's not forced backwards as the T side get control and information.
Yeah, SKADE are just taking the gamble here. They're not even rotating many players off at this stage. They're trying to keep that spot of 4 toward B. There's still one player there, but that's just Yabi trying to make a little bit of a fake. He's up to 22 kills now. 22 and 13 is Yabi. He's overtaken HooXi now, which says something after the half HooXi had on the CT side.
Wait, Trav, there's the problem. They're going B. They're pushing into the B side. There's 4 players here for SKADE. There's 28 seconds left remaining. This could actually work out for the CT side. Their patience is going to pay off. Can they get the kills to complement the setup is the question. Yes, frags do roll through for the CT side. 2 versus 2 is the result. Make that a 1 versus 2. It's only Roy left remaining. There was nobody on A whatsoever, and he's accepted his fate. SKADE have been able to win the round. I think they'd even written it off. I think they thought, right, we're just going to have to commit to the save because Copenhagen Flames are taking A. But the problem is Copenhagen Flames didn't even send any feelers up, mate. Even once they got that kill into the library, they didn't actually just push onto A and see how many more players were there.
Yeah.
They just sort of hedged their bets on the fact that the CTs probably rotated players back towards A. They didn't actually just get any hard, information itself. That's poor from Copenhagen Flames.
That's probably the biggest error they've made in this series so far. They haven't made many, so it's we have a chance to be critical now for once toward Copenhagen Flames.
Feel good.
Yeah, finally they've made a bit of a significant mistake there. As you say, they could have easily just put one player in, clear out the site, call them back toward A. No need to walk into the stack. No need to even entertain that possibility. So let's see how this buy works out. HooXi's going to have to try and fall back behind the smoke.
Just to harp on about it, they could have even just sent one player in towards B first and, taken contact with 3 and been like, okay, 3 out of the 4 players are here right now. We don't have to force this. Let's go A. They just need...
Yeah.
There was like so many ways for them to avoid that, and they didn't. Anyway, they have to put that behind them. And HooXi's going to put this round behind him. He's going to have to call from the spectator slot. He's been taken down, and Chips is going to get more flashes, more regression, and more frags.
Yeah, Nico couldn't even afford to reface that because he only had the deagle. He had to jump away, and even Chips will find him as well. Roy will try and answer back, does, but he's only got that 1 kill in the round so far for Copenhagen Flames. And, sure, we look at the situation we find ourselves in. SKADE have been backs against the wall for what feels like the entire map, and ever since the second half of Nuke. But I'll tell you what, it's only going to be 4 rounds the difference if SKADE win this round.
Oh, Molly's going to be forcing that player out of pit right now. Siphon's not ready for it. My god, what? He hits the shot somehow. That's insane. Rainmaker will at least get the trade, and it's low HP Roy left remaining. Rainmaker finishes off that frag. It's 13-9 SKADE fighting back, doing the most to try and keep themselves alive here in the semi-final. The thing is, though, is that even in the rounds Copenhagen Flames have been losing on this T side, it feels like all of them have been incredibly close, right? Whereas SKADE were just losing rounds where they were kind of being dominated a lot of the time. So even though it's 13-9 and we're seeing SKADE fight back, I'm still backing Copenhagen Flames to win the map and the series from here 2-0. So let's see. Let's see if SKADE can keep this up.
I would too. SKADE have the experience on this map, though, of course. I mean, as we said, they've played it a ridiculous amount. I think it's 24 times this year. On Inferno, they played against Dignitas yesterday. They won that 16-9. They've played against Eternal Fire recently. They won that one. They've beaten Endpoint. They've beaten, a K23 as well. No mean feat on this map. So, it's a map they're well versed on. And finally, we have Copenhagen Flames on a proper eco now. No armors to be seen. So it should be a double-digit half for SKADE.
Feels like almost... It's definitely the first time on the map we've seen Copenhagen Flames go for a full eco. Besides the third round where, they had those forced-up weapons which they saved. So, yes, you could call that an eco. But they haven't had to just have, USPs or Glocks or something like that. They don't have any utility either. So this is almost going to be the easiest round SKADE have had to deal with on the map so far, I would say, for sure.
Roy can just stand his ground and get this one dig.
Yeah. CT side definitely going to be looking to try and keep players alive here because their money is not in a great position by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay,
that
here we go.
Not how SKADE would have wanted the round to start. Still, though, they've still got control. Not going to hold my breath just yet. Siphon, though, has taken great initiative.
Oh no, they've missed.
No, Siphon's missed as well. Oh, but he still gets the kill. Not like this. There's still 2 players on the A side. Good chance for SKADE.
Okay. There we go. I was about to say Rainmaker has to get into the action here, and they've made it happen. Help out by Dreamer as well. 3v3 turns into a 3v2. The bomb's still so far away as well. Rainmaker just clearing up all of them. Just Siphon left. Can't win the duel with no armor. Okay, recovered. If that round had come through for Copenhagen Flames, then that was a genuine, type ha E-code in the chat. That would have been a genuine E-code. But in the end, they recover it.
I mean... Absolutely heroic moment coming through from Rainmaker there to get the quad kill to make sure that his team gets across the line. I was wondering why Hooksy decided to peek there, but when I realized that his bomb carrier is coming through from underpass, maybe he's just trying to clear the top of middle to make sure that his bomb carrier can get to Banana safely, but he dies immediately to Rainmaker, which then gives him that free reign down middle. Good taps coming through to find Nico dodge, and it's 13-10. Still damage done though.
Indeed. Yabi, straight up Banana, already has control of the half wall. I would love to see SKADE bring this one back. If we get a third map of this series, I think it would be just. And they're not checking it properly though. Bubble goes completely past the angle, and Yabi has a free kill. Thankfully, Ships is still there, and that spray through the smoke will keep them at bay a little while longer as well. Roy has control of Boiler already, if they want to go toward mid quickly. But at the moment, they're quite split up, Copenhagen Flames, so they have not made any choices as of yet.
Oh, Denny's Love should have the advantage on this fight with the AWP. My god, Nico walks into the scope of the Bulgarian sniper, but somehow is able to come out on top of the jewel. That's insane. I mean, that is just so triggering when you're on the receiving end of that.
It is. It's always horrible being outpeaked. Ships is going to rotate back ground to B. He does have all the utility on the ground for him. He had a little pile there on the left, as you saw. The incendiary and smoke, ready just to re-utilitize. That's not a word, is it?
I like that. I can get on board with that.
I mean,
everyone knows what you're referring to.
Listen, I love creating new words. Dreamer under back. What can he do with this one? Gets one, gets two. Oh, almost a third. He takes Hooksy down to 25 as well. 2v2. Rainmaker's still here. Surely he picks aggressively. He does, but now he's in trouble. He's shown his position. Has to fall away. Nico's got the line. He can't face this anymore. He's going to do so anyway, though, and lose his life. That's a bit of a weird one from Rainmaker. It's all Ships 1v2, and Nico's got that line as well. Fighting their way through to 14. 3 kills for Nico does. Easy for Copenhagen Flames. Didn't look it.
Oh, man. I mean, Nico just had such a mega round there, didn't he? When you think about the way that it started off towards Banana, Yabi trades 1-for-1. Nico walks into Denny's Love scope, gets that kill, somehow, wins that ridiculous sniper fight. Pulls the extra rotation off of A. Good effort from Dreamer to find 2 frags. Nearly a third in the sequence, but Nico just, goes huge from there to find the kills to finish off the round. Gets the one on Rainmaker and finishes it off as well on the library player. 14-10, force buy from SKADE. Copenhagen Flames with a really good opportunity to close out the series if they win this round, Trav. No money left in the bank for the CT side, and it's Yabi who's opened it up.
Yeah, it's a full force buy. It's an absolute full force buy. And Ships will thankfully go aggressive off the back of it.
Oh, Bubble.
Get it back. And yeah, Bubble's in a rough spot right now. What can he do with this smoke play? He's going to creep through. There's the flash. Oh, he's doing so much damage, but no kills. And now Rainmaker's left here with Deagle. It's Dennis Love, actually, beg your pardon. But Rainmaker was there too, and they deal with all of them. Ships' recovery into that 4v4, unfortunately, will be for Nout. He'll probably be looking for a couple of exit kills, but that is all he can manage. Picking up the utility, picking up the scraps. It's all SKADE have to work with.
Oh my goodness gracious me, it is just, I mean, that should be the final nail in the coffin. There was part of me that was believing there's a chance, maybe definitely not say good chance, but part of me was believing that there's a chance we could be going to overpass once SKADE was showing some form on the CT side. The thing was, I never was fully convinced just because of how well Copenhagen Flames were doing in their force buys and their gun rounds. I mean, Yabi just tearing off heads there with the Tech 9s and just lots of damage done in general in all of their rounds, so I still kind of felt like Copenhagen Flames had a really good T side to play on, and they've proven exactly that. 15-10, 5 opportunities to close out not only this map but the series as well, and set up the Danish Derby for the grand final.
Indeed, it could be Copenhagen Flames versus Heroic for that grand final later on this evening. Only 1 round away for Copenhagen Flames to reach that. And as you pointed out earlier, I believe it would be their first ever grand final in these cups.
Copenhagen Flames, it absolutely would be, yes. SKADE have made one before, they placed second. And Copenhagen Flames, the best they've placed is, a semi-final, 3rd and 4th. So would be their first feature in the grand final out of 12 events. I don't think they've competed at all of them, but they've competed at least I would say 8 of them.
Yeah, so even if your statistic is wrong, right, it still shows that if there's one that you've missed, it shows how little they've made it so far. It'll be a really important final appearance for them. So let's see if they can bring it through. It's been a great series so far, really enjoyable. Some mad, wild Counter-Strike, and we love that.
Oh man, it's going to be mad Counter-Strike in towards Banana once again. Nico continues to reign supreme with the AWP. Good trade to make sure SKADE don't get an advantage in the round.
Good trade indeed. Rainmaker will fall away. He is the player with that rifle that he's recovered, so it's so important to keep that in play, otherwise they're going to have basically nothing to work with. It's 3 Deagles otherwise and a bitter util. Dreamer the only one with a kit. Looks like they want to stick around to a banana and possibly go for a B plate. In comes a flashbang to help out the rifle, but he sees nothing and falls away. Does that force a rotation? Oh no. Oh no. They've flashed and fallen away at the worst possible time. They've left the rifle here. That's something, but he needs probably 3 kills somehow.
It's literally worst case scenario because of how false the information was. Rainmaker will be able to get 1, but he's been brought down to 19 points of health. Royal will just stay apart. 1 bullet does the job. Bubble pretty close to rotate at least, but they've got they've got a little bit of util in the kit. Maybe there's a way, Trav. Maybe there's, oh wait, they're going A. There's only 18 seconds left. Oh my god, they're going to run into steady stuff. Can he find the multi-kill? It's going to be 1. There's still a player on the A side here as well, by the way. 10 seconds left remaining. Copenhagen Flames might have outflanked themselves. A streamer left. If he can get a kill, if he can get the kill on the bomb carrier, that'll be enough. Roy gets the frag.
No, he's got it.
Running, mate, plant the bomb.
He's got it. He's got it. Right on the 4-second mark, and look how far away Bubble is. What a choice from Copenhagen Flames. Literally not even 0.2 of a second to spare to get that bomb planted. We're talking Formula 1 increments, but it's a Formula 1 style finish for Roy. Copenhagen Flames win out the series in 2-0 fashion. What a performance from them. That is absolutely brilliant to see how well they've been playing. SKADE have caught them on a good day, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They got the best form Copenhagen Flames they could possibly come into. And the proof is that the last time we saw these 2 teams play against each other just like 10 days ago, it was an incredibly narrow 2-0 on that occasion, right? This time, it's almost domination for the side of Copenhagen Flames. Great performance for them, and now they've got themselves a spot in that grand final, rather.
Exactly, and that should be an absolute barn burner. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that one pans out. It is the Danish derby in the grand final and a spot at LAN Sweet LAN, of course, as well. That is what's at stake. It's the last of the Pinnacle Winter Series event, so it's the last chance to get that slot. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, Hayes. It's going to be our last one. We're going to be handing off to a fellow casting duo for the grand final, but yeah, it's been, well, I will say, while we've got a couple of seconds, is that a huge thanks once again to everyone for bringing us on for these games. It's been a lot of fun. Love doing the quarterfinals, love doing the semi-finals, love doing all of them. It's been so enjoyable, and we're going to be back for the Pinnacle Cup coming up soon, aren't we? So,
yeah, we will. I mean, it goes back more than just for this event, though, right? Because we've been covering the circuit for coming up on a year now. So yeah, it's been one heck of a journey, culminating with the Pinnacle Winter Series Cup 3, essentially. And we've got 2 teams left remaining with 1 spot at LAN Sweet LAN. Heroic, well, they're the favorites to take it, but with Copenhagen Flames playing the way that they did in the semi-final, Trav, it could be anybody's game. What a pleasure it's been to cover all of these events and these games as well. Pleasure to be with you, Trav, and everybody in the Relog team, really. But still a match to behold, so let's not get too sloppy just yet.
Yeah, there's 1 more match left, of course. That is the grand final. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up in around about, is it like an hour and 10 minutes? Something like that? Something along those lines, I think. Make sure you come back for that one. It should be a really interesting one, of course, with heroic favourites, as you say, but Copenhagen Flames showing great form. Don't go anywhere for that. We'll be back for it later, but it will be a different duo taking you through that one. That's it from us for now. Thanks for all the support, guys, in chat. !caster to follow us on Twitter. You can see our handles below. Much love, and speak to you soon.